and work in that joke. My re-up money secure. I got in, I got out. Giving all glory to God. Hold up, this ain't me. Tell me how we went from trapping to rapping on BET. Last week I told investing to the Kansas City Chiefs. Golden rule to invest and make that money while you sleep. They say trap a perfect mixture of Warren Buffett and Meach. No more shoebox money, them portfolios elite. Golden rule to invest and make that money while you sleep. I'm gone.
What's good, what's good, what's good, family? It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trapper. Welcome to another amazing episode of Trappin' Tuesday. Y'all know before we get started, man, we just gotta tell each and every one of y'all, thank y'all for just showing up. Without y'all, there is no Wallstreet Trapper. Without y'all, there is no Trappin' Tuesdays. Without y'all, there is no reason for the Freedom Center. And so I just want to thank y'all for giving us purpose. I want to thank y'all for giving us a reason to be better than we was the day before. So without y'all, we nothing, man. So thank y'all for watching us on the TV, watching us on the phone, watching us on the toilet, watching us in the tub, watching us in the living room, watching us in the bedroom while you're chilling, watching us on your way to work. Look, I see all the posts and I try to share as many as I can. So again, man, thank y'all. All right, man. So we got an amazing episode 188, Jose? 189. Ooh. Yeah. Man, that means we about 11 episodes from 200? We might got to do something for the 200 episode, bro. We might got to do something for 200, you heard me? I want to start off today's episodes with, there comes a moment in time where your greatest competition won't be the person on the side of you. Your greatest competition won't be the market. Your greatest competition won't be where you came from. Your greatest competition won't even be the trauma that you've experienced. I'm here to say tonight that your greatest competition will always be the version that you strive to become against the version of you that you used to. I'll let that sit on y'all for a second. Your greatest competition will be the version of you that you desire to become versus the version of you that you used to. You know the version of you that, it's okay, I can let that slide. The version of you that's comfortable. So let me dig deeper with this one before I go any further. Like, your greatness will be defined not by your desire, but by your discipline. Yeah. Your greatness, the thing that you got in your mind that you got all mapped out, the thing that you got in your mind that you know that you can become, your desire is there, but your discipline ain't there, so that's the detriment of you. Yep, you ain't got no discipline. And the market just exposes that, but that's why I say the market won't be your greatest competition. It's the market gonna reveal the nature of you. Ooh, that's it. That's it. The market gonna pull out your nature. The market gonna pull out the thing that you try to hide behind the wind. See, what happens is, what we don't realize is, the winds in the market sometimes expose. Let me make sure I say this right, because I don't want y'all to, watch this. The winds that we get in the market, sometimes they don't expose our undisciplinedness, they glorify it. Yep. And say it again. I'm going to say it slow so you can really get it. The wins that you get in the market don't always expose how undisciplined you are. It glorifies it. Let me show you how that works. You can be undisciplined in the rallying market and still look good. You can be undisciplined in the rallying market and develop more bad habits. Because now you're not waiting on a setup. You just running. You just throwing money out there because the market running. So a rallying market can expose, a rallying market can hide how undisciplined you in. It's your ability to sit back and chill when things not going right. But also, watch this, a rallying market can also expose your greed. Yep. Because your greed gonna just keep making you do what? That's your nature. So the market is not your biggest competition, it's your nature. It's you versus you. It's the competition within. The same competition you gotta fight in a market that's going down. You gotta fight your nature to revenge trade. You gotta fight that nature to always get it back. So what I love about the market is it always puts us on the pendulum of being exactly who we are and forcing us to refine ourselves. That's why I love it. The market is always swinging on a pendulum. The thing about a pendulum is it's gonna always swing, it don't never stop. And so you gotta find an equilibrium. You gotta refine yourself. Because a rallying market gonna make you disregard all the mistakes that you made in the market that was going against you. And so now you think you got it because the market is rallying. Instead of saying, wait, what didn't I get right? Man, I know y'all like, man, Trap, you gonna, the market. No. I need you to understand, this is the time where you really need to double down on discipline. Because it's easy for you to say, I'm not going to get in the market because it's going down, but it's hard for you to say, I'm not going to get in the market while it's running. It's hard for you to wait for your setup while it's running. Greed is your nature, unless you address it. Yeah, unless you address it. Especially you got some people around you getting money. You got some people around you getting money in the market. Now every time they post a win, you got to be in the win. But I'm not going to talk about the market anymore. Let's just talk about life. Because what I love about the market is just a reflection on how you walk through life. The same stuff that pisses you off in the market is the same stuff that pisses you off in life. The same stuff that make you happy in the market is the same stuff that make you happy in life. So the market is the #1 personal development tool that exists. Can't nothing beat it. Can't nothing beat it. Let's talk about life. When we said that your greatness won't be defined by your desire, but your discipline. How often is the internal version of you at war with the external version of you? Like the internal version of you that has the vision, the internal you knows right from wrong, the external version of you is weak. The external version of you gives into everything. The external version of you gives into the environment. The external version of you gives into the fussing. The external version of you always wants revenge. The external version of you can't walk away from anything. The external is pulling on the internal, and the internal don't have no anchoring. So you talk about building wealth, you got to build some discipline. You want to build some wealth, but you got to build some discipline. Yep, you got to build that discipline up. You think, oh, I'm going to get the money and I'm going to do this, that, and that. Guess what? The world, especially America, are not going to limit themselves to the things they can make you spend money on. Yeah. You want to build some wealth, you got to build some discipline. You want to build some wealth, you got to build some focus. You want to build wealth, you got to build some no. You want to build some wealth, you got to build some discernment. Yeah, you got to build those things. Those things. Because if not, no discipline, wealth going fast. No discernment, you mess with the wrong people. Wealth going fast. No focus, wealth going fast. Discernment. Discipline, focus. You need that to build wealth. You just want the money. I've said it a million times. Money in itself is a wicked master, but a faithful servant. Because if the money masters you, it's going to tell you what to do. But if you master the money, you tell the money what to do. You tell money where to go. You put money in position, not the money put you in position. Again, your greatest adversary will always be the version of you that you know you could become and the version of you that you're comfortable with, that you've always been. The competition within. And you're going to have to navigate that all your life. Through the good, through the bad. How do you anchor yourself in the pendulum? The best version of you has to evolve every day. Now, I'm going to say this, and I want you to really lock in on this, man. Losers do just enough and wonder why they not winning. Winners do more than enough and still don't feel like they're winning. Losers do just enough. You can't never expect out of life the work you ain't putting in. I never want to be at the mercy. I never want to be at the mercy of the work I didn't put in. I gotta let that sit. I gotta let that one sit. I never want to be at the mercy of the work I didn't put in, because now I got expectations that don't belong. I'm trying to get a withdrawal from a deposit I did not put in. How? I put the work in. But even with the work putting in, you still gotta be battle tested. But I'd rather be battle tested from the work I put in than to be at the mercy of the work that I did not do. And we know ain't nobody gonna save us, so we can't look for nobody to save us. So it's always the competition within. What can I do to be better? What can I do to evolve? What can I do to save my family? What can I do to turn my last name to an asset? What can I do to navigate this great market? What can I do to navigate the down market? What can I do? Not no other man, not no other woman, not nobody else. Me and God, what can I do? The competition within. Your biggest adversary gonna always be the version of you that has the desires to be great, and the version of you that's comfortable with who you've always been. And we know that there's no limitations on life because we about to see a man be a trillionaire. We know that there's no limitations on life because we see $4 trillion companies, $3 trillion companies, $2 trillion companies. We know there's no limitations on life because we see people doing phenomenal things in this world. And I can probably tell you the difference between every one of those people is discipline, is focus, and some type of discernment. Now, here's what I want you to understand as we mark this out, as I land this plane. I want you to understand something. There's a small difference between first place and second place, but there's a huge difference between first place and third place. Yup. All right, let me. I love it. Right? Like, everybody know that Mike was great. But everybody, like, I don't care what the debate is, you may say Mike was this, Kobe with this, that's cool. But you understood when you got on the court with Mike, you was on the court with greatness. Greatness. You understand he had a different, and you listen to the people around him, they say, yo, like, he was an asshole. He had a crazy work ethic. He knew how to get the best out of people around him. He was disciplined. You only go 6-0 in the finals if you got a different type of dog in you. That means every time I show up to win. When I show up to dominate. Man, you gotta get up every day out the bed like that. And there's a huge difference between good. The person that get up and practice and do what's expected of them. I get up and I do what's expected of me. That's gonna lead you to good. But when you wanna be great, you gotta go over and above. When you wanna go great, I remember they said Kobe was in the Olympics, and LeBron said, yo, we was coming in at 4 o'clock in the morning, bro is in the gym. We getting on the elevator, he on the elevator going to the gym. That was the difference between the last time they went. That's what took Brian from good to great, whether you like it or not. It's being around greatness, inspire you to be great. Being around greatness, so force you to be great. Being around greatness, so bring a different type of dog out you. Ain't no way I could be around somebody being great, doing some shit that I ain't never done before and be like, I'm good with where I'm at. You just showed me what's possible. Our biggest problem is we'll see greatness and 1, start comparing ourselves, 2, get in secret competition, or 3, we don't take advantage of the opportunity. That's why I go pay to get in rooms around people who doing stuff that's gonna blow my mind. I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all. I'll pay somebody to go be in a room that's doing something 10x what I'm doing. Bro, they don't even gotta tell me nothing. Just being in the environment and seeing how they operate, I can point the flaws in myself. You can't get everything off YouTube. That's the problem with this generation right now. Somebody try to sell you something, oh man, I can get that off YouTube. That's why I go pay to be around people that's doing crazy things in life. Because I just need to see it's possible. And 2, once I'm around you, I can see the things that I need to adjust. Your biggest problem is you don't want to make no adjustments. You think you perfectly fine the way you are. And you don't got nobody around you to tell you that you need to be better because you the greatest one around you. Oof. You the biggest person in your circle. You like being the smartest person around you like being the smartest one. I won't go somewhere where I go in a room, I'm like, bro, y'all don't even know me. I'm a nobody in this room. My name don't hold no weight. I'm always trying to push myself, man. I'm setting goals that make me scared. I'm setting goals that make me a little nervous. I'm setting goals that make me uncomfortable. That's why I won't live at. That's why I won't thrive at. I won't thrive in the uncomfortable. I won't get so uncomfortable to when the uncomfortable start getting comfortable, I gotta move again. I won't get so uncomfortable to when the uncomfortable start getting comfortable, I need to move again. I don't care about the market rallying, man. It is what it is. We've been here before. This ain't something we ain't saw before. I'm trying to get 100 million. What you trying to do? What's your goal? What you gotta do that make you beat up on yourself? I beat up on myself, man. Trap, we gotta go harder, bro. Hey, you slipping right now. You ain't working hard enough, bro. He outworking you. It ain't that they better, they just outworking you. And I find somebody that's outworking me and tell myself that. It don't gotta be in the stock market, it could be in the beauty. It could be a barber. It could be anybody. Hey, he outworking you. He outworking you. She outworking you. They company better than yours. They got a better hiring operation than you. They outworking you. Hey, y'all won't get on the internet and brag about, I did this, I did that. I don't care. They outworking you. They dropping more content than you. They cutting more content than you. They figuring it out. You scrolling, they putting systems together. They outworking you. Your biggest issue is you can't be real with yourself about being outworked. The biggest issue is you keep looking at yourself thinking ain't nothing wrong, and the minute somebody got some type of criticism for you, you go in the defensive bag and saying, yup, I see it too. This is where I get better at. Where the loopholes at? Where the potholes I need to fill up at? You ain't bigger than the person you see in the mirror, so you'll never get better. Competition within. It's gonna anchor you to your past and keep you from your present and make you miss out on your greatness. Episode 189, man. Let's get to it, man.
Yeah.
How you feel, dog?
Man, I'm feeling good. Actually, man, real talk, I see my dog going crazy in the gym.
Who?
I saw the post. You.
Oh, bro,
I saw the post.
Listen.
We do got VCR Rob still talking smack, though. He said he need to see you in that joint.
I mean, if he live in 375, I can't do it. I can't live in no 375. What the fuck? That ain't no competition. I can't. That ain't my weight class.
That's what he. I want to see it. We need the content.
That
you know
ain't
what
my
I'm
weight
saying?
class.
We just doing content.
I'm not 375. Why would I go if I ain't 375? That's a sumo wrestler and somebody from WWE. What sense that make?
You think you doing that?
A man, I judge a person by what they say until I get in there with him.
Yeah. I just think his shirt's too small.
If I ain't lifting 375, why would I even get in that ring? Why would Floyd Mayweather go fight Deontay Wilder?
I just think his shirt's too small, and that's what he's doing right there.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I'm not lifting up. That ain't my range yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I need another one, you and George in that joint, too.
that nigga can't lift up 125 right now, man.
Don't do George like that. Don't do him like that.
That nigga ain't been to the gym. I ain't went to the gym one day. Nigga was doing a little boxing class and
Don't do him like that. Don't do him. How you feeling, though?
I'm good, man. Michelle came through, got the NAD. You know, I'm locked in, man. I'm in that season right now, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've been in that mode for the last, I don't know, maybe like since the last month. Maybe since I come from Disney World. Probably since I come from Disney World, bro. I just been in that mode. You know what I'm saying? I just been locked in. I've been focused. I've been patient with myself. But I've also been I've been hard on myself. I've been holding myself to a different standard. I think I had to realize that I was being lackadaisical for a minute. And let me say something right quick, bro. And this happened to me maybe like 3 days ago. Shout out to, man, we got a couple people, man. Welcome to the invest. What the hell is that?
Bro, you ask that every week. Every week. That
Shout out
is
to
the
Nat
membership.
for the super chat. Thank you, Queen. Shout out to Jay that just joined.
Yeah, as far as the investors. You know
Shout
what I'm
out to
saying?
the
Membership.
investors. All right, I guess that's the thing. I guess. So it had to be paid, but I talked to a friend of mine maybe like 5 days ago, right? And man, she's so cool, man. And she was talking to me and she said, man, I had to shut my business down. I said, why you shut it down? She said, man, just, you know, the way Trump punished, you know, businesses with them tariffs. She said, I tried to maintain and I just couldn't get it in. I couldn't get the product in. I couldn't. I was like, and in my mind, I was like, I was talking to my guy yesterday, my other guy, Rob, that came through yesterday, and I was thinking about what my friend told me, and I was thinking about what I was talking about Rob, but yesterday. There's two things, it's cool comparisons. And what happens is, bro, we forget, we don't forget. Let me rephrase that. We don't always take into account that people fighting for their life out here. So I was telling my dog Robert, I said, bro, so I'll get to that. So I say, man, so I tell her, I said, what made you come to that decision that, you know, like, yo, I gotta just, you know, I gotta go back to work. Now, of course, She has an amazing 6-figure job. You feel what I'm saying? She made like $150 a year. And I'm like, man, I ain't, like, she was like, man, I feel kind of defeated though. I'm like, man, you shouldn't feel defeated. I'm like, this is life. Like, who do you feel defeated by? Let's start right there. Like, who do you feel defeated by? Why? She's like, man, you know, now the good thing I will say, like, she's not an Instagram person like that. You know what I'm saying? She was like, man, I just feel defeated, man. I put so much into it. She's like, I still sell my stuff, you know, but just at a smaller scale. She's like, I was doing 7 figures. And I said, I can see how you could be down on yourself, but it ain't over. I said, I can see if you like, you quit the business, you not going back to it, it's a done deal. You had to scale back. The phase you was in when you was doing what you was doing, you were scaling, and when you scaling, you putting all your money into scaling. And when bruh come with the 100% tariffs and all that, shit, that hurt. You know what I'm saying? Now, if somebody, you in the digital world or you in the coaching business, you don't, you know, and she was just like, yeah, I didn't really know how to pivot. But I said, all right, bet. So I just started talking to her about some stuff, man. And she was like, man, since I've been knowing you since 2012, your ass always know how to pivot. And I told her, I said, part of that I think is just, I haven't got out of survival mode yet. You know what I'm saying? I told her, I say, man, one of the things I deal with when I talk to my therapist is, I say, I could look at my bank account, I could look at my money in the stock market, I could look at my money in crypto and know that, you know what? We doing pretty good, Trap. Like, we all right. But the minute I don't look at that, I'm back in my mind, I'm thinking I'm going broke tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I said, because of that, it makes me grind, it makes me work, it makes me... And she was like, man, I wish... And she said something to me that was really critical. She said, I just wish I had that in me. I was like, what? She was like, that dog. I just said, ooh. Because you can't teach that. You can't teach that dog. You know what I'm saying? And so she was like, man, you know, I quit so I can, you know, I pivot and I'm going to go make, you know, and I'm still selling on Amazon. Like, so I was like, man, look, like, bro, you scale that shit back up. Stack up, scale up, use your job, like, back to square one. Now you know what you got to do. You put the reserves on the side. I said, the thing about life is, like, one, nobody gets out of here alive.
Nobody.
That's the first thing. Nobody gets out of this joint alive. I said, the second thing is, it ain't over till you die. That's the second thing. First thing is, nobody gets out alive. The second thing is, it ain't over till you die. So you got time. Like, bro, you got time. Like, you don't got no kids. Bro, lock in. Screw the trips, screw all that, lock in. Lock in. Lock in. She was like, bro, I needed that, you know what I mean? So I had a conversation with Rob yesterday, not this Rob, my guy Rob from LA, so he came in. And so Rob asked me a question. He said, man, Trap, bro, like, you know, I've watched you evolve, bro. I've watched you do so many things. He was like, bro, like, it's so admirable. He said, but let me ask you a question. Like, how do you keep going? And I said, because there's no plan B. I said, there's no plan B, bro. I said, this shit could get uncomfortable as it gotta get. I don't care. I said, there is no plan B, bro. I said, you know when people be saying, like, save the ship? I be like, bro, I say, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, don't save me. I gotta go down with the ship. He was like, what? I said, bro, I'm going down with the ship. If the ship go down, I'm going down. That's the only thing I know. I said, because I ain't going back to the streets, bro. If the ship go down, bury me with the ship, bro. He said, bro, I ain't never heard no shit like that. I said, bury me with the ship, dog. And what that means is, bro, I'm all in. I'm all in, bro. I'm all in. I'm like, he was like, damn, bro. He's like, I heard people say that before, but I ain't never feel that. I say, yeah, bro. I say, that's kind of like, I say, in order to be great, bro, at anything and to accomplish something big, you can't give yourself area to compromise and negotiate with yourself. Once you start negotiating with yourself, you already done put yourself in a compromising situation. Man, if this happened, I'm gonna do this. No, if this happened, I'm dead. I die. It's simple. That's it. He said, for real? I said, bro, I made him laugh when I said it. I said, let me tell you something, bro. I said, bro, I would sell my house and sleep in here because I want this more than I want my house. He said, my nigga. I said, bro, I got a bathroom over there. I got a bathroom in there. There's a shower. There's a toilet. I can take my mattress. Bro, I will live in one of those rooms, bro. What are we talking about? They got a public up the street. I'm not eating healthy anymore. I'm eating bread. I'm eating jelly, peanut butter.
Oodles and noodles.
Come on, whatever it takes.
Ramen.
Ramen noodles. That's what I'm doing. I mean, anything but I'm not eating pork. He was like, damn, try for real. I say, bro, listen to me. I will sell my house and live in here. And whatever equity I got in the house, I'm straight. That'll be my... He said, my nigga, that's different. I said, bro, I'm going to bury me with the ship, dog. Bury me with the ship. And I said, I don't care what the internet gonna say. Some kind of way they find a way to find out what you got going on. I wouldn't care. I'm like, bro, I don't care because I'm here, bro. And it'll be a greater story when I come up out of it. He said, hey, bro, I fuck with that. I fuck with that. I said, I'm delusional enough to believe I can go get 100 million. But I also know in order to get 100 million, there's some sacrifices I gotta make in the future that I don't even know yet. I'm gonna let that sit on him right there, Sean. I'm gonna let him sit on. There are some sacrifices that I gotta make in the future that I don't even know yet. Because that's required. You can't go, watch this, yo. You can't go get something you ain't never done and be comfortable. It don't exist. It don't exist. It do not exist. So when you saying you want to go do something that's out of this world and you feel like people don't believe you, that's cool. Just know you got to go get rid. It's something in there going to make you make a decision. Like Jay said, the fork in the road, I'm always going right. I'm going where nobody ain't going. It's uncomfortable over here. Man, meet me in the uncomfortable room. That room that don't got a long line. There's a few people go over there. You want to know how Elon? I don't care what you don't like about Elon. Guess what? You don't become a trillionaire by being comfortable. There's some stuff he had to lay out on the line. There's some nights he didn't get no sleep while everybody on his team was knocked out sleep. One or two people probably like, hey, I got you today. They probably was alternating. That boy still was up. Boy, on 2 hours of sleep, running through 6 people. We going to the moon, goddammit. That's what we doing. It's my moonshot, man. You know how that look, bro? 16 years old, in prison, came from homeless, $100 million business. Come on, bro. We won championships. Championships. Bury me with the boat, bro. Bury me with the boat. But here's what I do know. The sacrifices is only God's way of saying, do you really want it? I'm going to give it to you. But you have to become something other than what you are. And the only way you're going to become something, I got to put you through something. Because in your natural state, you're not going to, We're not gonna naturally evolve. We don't naturally evolve. Adversity forces us to evolve or submit. I don't know what it got in this fucking tea right here, but I'm spitting. I'm spitting game.
Right.
I'm spitting a game of milk, bro. Tell you. That's it, bro. I'm finished. Man, holler at my people, man. Holler at my people, man. All right, man, let's go, man. Chopper fellas, I see you. Unbroken moves. I see you. Tamara Buchanan, I see you. Banks for president, I see you. Nappy lifestyle, I see you. Miss 4864, I see you. Double R, what's up, family? AVGO, get it, I see you. Black Phoenix, I see you. Nettie, what's good, love? Stony 24, I see you. Pascal, I see you. Now, Jose, they get emojis? Damn, Pascal got like 17 emojis up there. Damn, that look fire. Square Biz, I see you. I don't know how you say your name. ISAEDPO. I feel like an eye exam. What's poppin', Trap? I sit here. I see you, but I don't know if I said your name right. Drift, I see you. Larry Morgan, I see you. Jose, this internet's trash. Benjamin Washington, I see you, family. Nate the Great, I see you. Carolina Blue, I see you. Shazam X, I see you. Tori, I see you. Arch Anomaly, I see you, fam. Films, I see you. Pullback Queen, I like that. Miss 4864, I see you. No More Networks, I see you. Rob, if you get your ass out here, Rob. Yeah, my internet trash right now, dog. I'm talking about trash. Davion, I see you, family. I don't know what's going on. Yep, it's gone. I have nothing. Like Whitney Houston. I have nothing. Yeah, we trash. Y'all good back there? Yeah, I have nothing. Like Whitney Houston. I have nothing. Nothing. Never know of you. All right, let's get it, man. We got a good show tonight. And we got a lot to talk about. NASDAQ is moving around. NASDAQ got some stuff moving around. We got, bring on this man Trump.
Your man wild.
This man put a picture of himself as Jesus. And then took it down and said, I thought I was a doctor.
Like, bro, we see you. You know we see you, right? We know we think.
I said, this guy can't be serious. He said, I thought that was a doctor. I said, I can't believe this guy, man. Max B, I see you, family. I just said, this guy is crazy. So anyway, man, let's get our, my internet kind of acting up, y'all, so I'm going to call y'all names out when the show when they come back. Shirley Booker, I see you. The Champions Vote, I see you. Nathan Higgins, I see you. Savage, I see you. One First Generation Millionaire, I see you. The Champion Vote, I see you, family. Mac Main 00, I see you, man. Can we get some coffee mugs? Yeah, we might get some coffee mugs, man. For all my 9-to-5 people that's working and on them folks' job, the coffee mug gonna be a statement on your desk.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a statement. So yeah, we'll get that. We'll put that in place. I like that idea, Jose. I like that. I like it. All right, let's get our mantra up, man. Y'all see I got the HE on, huh? Howard Enterprise, yeah. Howard Enterprise, turning my last name to an asset. Yeah, dig. Come on, man. Come on, man. HE Media coming soon. Got some stuff coming up. Yeah. All right, let's get our mantra up, man. Let's get our mantra up and talk to the people, man. Hola, Trap, my boy. I see you. King Me 305. I see you, brother. Doug Perry, I see you. A serious investor, I see you. Platinum Prophetess, I see you. Mo Ashley, I see you. What's up, Trap? RFRLLC, I see you. I see you. With my internet swirling. Swerve in that corner. Whoa. All right, let's go. Let's get to our mantra, man. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I'm more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all the chains that anchor me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I've turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money, no longer will the generation behind me inherit lack, no longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first-generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper, and Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go! Where my phone at, cuz? My phone? Oh, there you go.
That lost.
There you go. I got it.
You were searching for like 2 minutes.
I got it.
All
All
right.
right. Let's get to it,
pen.
man. Huh?
I said, and you got your pen, the tablet pen.
Come on, stop playing.
I'm liking this.
Come on, man. Stop playing.
The joint charged.
Come on, I'm on 100% up here,
Yeah.
Jose.
Let's go.
I'm on 100% up here, girl. I'm really popping. I'm really popping. All right. First on the list. What we got first on the list? Charting with Trap? Oh, shit, no. Hey, let's get on the chart right quick. I'm going to tell y'all something, bro. I ain't going to lie. That Patreon, man, popping. They showing out in that thing, man. Where my Patreon people at, man? If you're in the Patreon, you're in the chat, throw some fire up there, man. Throw some fire up there. Throw some fire in the chat, man. Throw some fire in the chat.
Showing the Wall Street Trapper. Patreon.
Never. Like ever. The crazy part is somebody DM'd me with the shirt. It was like, Trap, I'm telling you. I said, bro, I'm about to block you. Yeah, I said, I'm about to block you. I'm about to block you in a way I've never blocked you before.
Double block.
I'm about to block you in every other account that you make. I'm about to block your kids' account.
Yeah.
I'm going to see who your wife is. I'm blocking her. I'm blocking all y'all. All y'all getting blocked, God.
And reporting your account for bullying.
Bruh. Play the theme song one more time for Jose, man. For Jose, man. What Ben? Oh, Ben hating on you? Oh, Ben hating on you. I don't got nothing.
Showing the Wall Street Trapper. Patreon.
I cannot believe that. You know I can't be mad. Because one thing Jose gonna do is show the receipt. Man, they voted for it. Y'all voted for that. So don't DM me. Y'all voted for it. Oh my God. Join the Wall Street.
Shout out to all the people who dropped the fire emojis in there.
They be in the Patreon bumping it all the time, cuz they be dropping that little joint too. Anyway, so I can't argue with it, so.
You got the chart up or YouTube up on your
I got my
tab?
YouTube up because I wanted to see it. I'm about to put the chart up. I wanted to see the check. I told you my YouTube tripping over here. I'm having a rough time over here, bro. All right. So I want to do something tonight that is going to be essential. I want to show y'all 3 plays that we got in. And I'm going to show you 1 play that's not working in my favor. Because a lot of times we can talk about everything that's going right, and I want to show y'all 1 play out of 7 plays or 8 plays or 9 plays or 10 plays we in, wherever we in, that's not going the way we want it to go. So first I'll talk about this play right here, BE. So we got in this play right here yesterday. No, we got in this play last week. And so people gonna ask, all right, you know, I want it to be more than just about me getting in the, like you getting in the Patreon or anything like that. I really want to just keep helping, keep locking in. Somebody says, growing on you, Big Trap. It might be, you hear me? But so let's talk about something right quick. And I was telling my Patreon this, right? So here we go. So let's mark off this high right here. So we gotta mark that off, right? We mark these highs off right here. Now I'm gonna tell you something that's interesting about these highs right here. Now notice something. And what I'm gonna do right now is diagnose something on the chart for you. All right, so let's notice that. So you got 1, 2, 3 times where it tried to break that line and it didn't. Immediately, I'm gonna tell you something. If you in a play and it hits that resistance 3, 4 times, for me, it's 3 times. If it touches 3 times and it don't break, I'm gonna exit that play. Why? Because it has had multiple times on the daily to break that and it didn't. So that's a sign for us to leave. Now you can say, yeah, Trap, it's accumulating. That's cool. If it hit that 3 times and couldn't break it, so I'm gonna be mindful of that. I'm gonna just be mindful of that, right? I might either not probably get all the way out the position, but at least cut the position down. If it's a play I'm in. If it hit that like a couple times and they don't have no follow, that means it's getting exhausted. And think about this. I want you to think about it from this perspective. If something rallies up, like if I'm in a play and you watch it rally up and then it hit that top a couple of times, think about it like this. How many times, damn, everybody don't got this experience. How many times do the police gotta It's probably a bad example, but it's the one that I can relate to. Right? So how many times the police gotta ram the door with the ram? Boom, boom, boom. By the time they hit it with that 3rd one, that 4th one come, you better be out the window. You better be out the window, back door. I'm telling you, that boom is it. If you got a weak door, they're getting you on the 2nd one. Boom, boom, they come off the hinges. So my partner and them started doing something that was real dope. They started flipping the hinge around. I just gave y'all some game. Delete that out the show, Jose. I learned that.
I was just about to say, I walked out and walked back in. It's like, yeah, they did something real dope. They flipped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway. So it don't mean it's gonna fall hard, but it fell. Now remember, off every high, there's a low that has to be created. And I think one of the biggest issues, and this is what I've been pounding in the Patreon so much, is market structure, 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 market structure. What does an uptrend look like? What does a downtrend look like? Market structure, market structure, market structure. And I think I probably got 2 more. I might tell Steve to start dropping them modules in the Wall Street Trappin course. I mean, in the Patreon. I mean, in the options class now. Because we did a trade psychology. We did a trend line video. We did the market structure video, time frame analysis video. Rob did a supply demand video. Rob did a candle anatomy video. So I might just tell them drop those. And then I can just keep, because I know what's gonna happen. You drop that, man, Trap, where the entry and exit at? That's the one I'm building out now. We could drop the fib videos. So we might just add those in there. And by the time we have them in, we'll have the entry. So I might just tell Steve, just drop them in there already. Yeah, I might tell Steve to drop them in there. So if you already got the options masterclass, you don't got to worry about it. But it's gonna be in there. Just check your model. For every high that the market hits, you know that at some point, in order for it to fulfill, watch what I'm about to say here. In order for it to fulfill the structural behavior, it has to create a low. The low is necessary so that it can refuel and go back high. This is necessary. This is necessary. So watch what I'll show you on here. So you create this high, right? We create this high, and then from this high, we create not this low. Now, this right here is internal structure. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. That's important, but it's only a first step of importance. So watch. You create this, and then you come back and fall right where at. That's called an equal low. Now, I'm gonna say this. Anytime you get an equal low, you can so nothing is 100%. I'm gonna go as far as saying, I don't think nothing is 90% in the market. I'm gonna go as far as saying that. I don't think nothing is like 90 or above. If somebody says different, I'm not gonna argue it. I'm just saying from my perspective. Because there's too many variables. But I'm gonna say this is about a 60% chance when you see an equal low that you're gonna get some upside action. Would you agree, Sean? All right, would you agree, Rob? Rob said he agrees, Sean said he agrees. I don't think they're agreeing because of me. I think they're agreeing because they traders. Right? So you see an equal low. So here's the first thing that happens. So we get a little here, come here. I'm not worried about that. I ain't worried about none of that movement. The next thing you're gonna worry about is this. When it first crosses this low. When you cross that internal high, that's your alert sign. You know why? Because it broke an internal structure. Now, it don't mean that it's about to rally, but now it can make me say, I see you. I see what you're doing right there. Right? Don't mean get in. It just mean let me pay attention to it. Now, once it breaks the previous all-time high, I'm ready to buy. I'm now looking for confirmation above the line. Now, it has some fake outs. It came fake back down here. We know that, right? We see that liquidity grab. But then when you got the confirmation up here, I probably would have bought it right there. I'm not going to lie. Because you closed on top of it, then you started again. But then guess what it did? Faked out again. But it did create a new what? High. Now, guess what? Once it created that high, what did it create right here? This is a new what? Higher low. Well, this is not a higher low right here. Why not, Trap? Because you didn't create a high. Once you understand structurally what's going on. Am I making sense? All right, so watch this. Then you create this equal high. Now, you can say this because this high, it created above that. So you get an all-time high here. Here, this is a low. Then you come here, you get another what? Equal low. Then it just stays there. It stays there. You get another high, come down, bounce on the same low, couple another high, come down, bounce on the same low. Triple bottom. That's a pattern. That's a pattern. Right? So then, let me just get to where we got in it at, right? And I just want y'all to understand it. Go back and watch that and pay attention to that so you can see that, so you can understand that. You see what the hell is going on. So here's what we did. So I'll give you an example. This is why we got into play. We just keep it simple. So first thing we know that is BE has been a leader. 100%, right? So here's what I did with my squad. And I don't mind saying why I did it. I hope my squad don't mind me saying why we did it. All right? So remember I told you, just like back here, same thing. Nothing changed for me. Watch this. Remember I said, so here's your double bottom. And I said, this right here is important because that's an internal structure that I'm going to pay attention to. Once you break that internal structure, I want to see if there's some momentum there. So here's what I did. Once we hit this internal structure, what we saw was on Friday, because I made this move Friday, I said, hey, y'all. I say we did a sweep above this neckline. I said, but I'm going to tell y'all something. I like the way my SMA is turning up. And I like the follow through off the bottom. I said, it's a little risky, but I'm going with my move on it. I said, because it's a leader. Leaders lead. What did we do? Came the next day, we broke above. Today, we got this huge gap up. I'm going to say this. We don't know what news is going to happen the next day. But here's what I do know. Good news often happens when something is in motion already, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of times good news happen when, and I'm not saying this all the time, like, man, they don't know what you're talking about. I'm saying, like, I've seen a lot of times in the market where, like, once something has broken the structure, it's building up, news drop. When I have learned that news in the market doesn't drop randomly. Notice this, when the stock is going down, bad news be coming out. And so my Patreon people, we got in Friday and notice how we got in at 168. Well, we got in that under that. It broke the next line at 168. The next stage for it to break was going to either be 178 or 180. It plows through that. Now, here's what we got to be mindful of, because we ain't no fools. Now we're going to pay attention to this. You know why? Why do we got to pay attention to that? Because at some point, the data says that because you here, you may come here to get some orders to go back up here. Does that make sense? Now, we not going to just get out of play because, oh, it's at an all-time high. I'm about to get out. I'm not living my life like that. All-time high means price discovery. Price discovery. Now, what you can do is say, hey, Trap, you know what I'm about to do now? I'm going to take a little bit off this position. That's proper risk management. We got a huge gap up after follow through, after breaking the neckline. Look at that follow through on that. Look at that momentum on that. That's some huge momentum. Hey, I'm okay with you saying, Trap, let me take some profits off the table here, right? But I won't stay in position because this position ain't win against me. Why am I selling a winner just because I'm scared it's going to fall? So, all to do, come down, get some of these orders out this pool, and then do what? Come back up. Here's you know not. This is going to be your new resistance line. What happens? Does it come here, bounce again, and come back on top? That's what we're looking for. We gotta stop being scared of blue sky territory. Price discovery. That's what leaders do. That's what happens. So I wanted to show that to y'all, and then I want to walk through 2 plays that I wanted to get in today, and I want to fight E-Trade today, 100%. I want to fight E-Trade. I called out 3 plays today. Let me just put this out here. I called out 3 plays today in my Patreon. I told them I was going to make the plays, went to E-Trade, and none of my orders could get filled. Account was just giving me the ball of debt. What is a little circle. I was like, what's going on here? So by the time I get on the phone, I'm like, bruh, I need to be, what's going on? The money is there. You see the money. Come on, man. ISO. I'm on fire. Spread the court. I'm one-on-one with all 3 of them. By the time we got the situation fixed, it was like 12:30. I can't get in this play right now because it had done ran too much. So let me walk y'all through the 3 plays I did. Patreon, if y'all got in it, I ain't mad. I gave y'all the play. I told y'all what the play was while we was on the live. But if y'all didn't get it because I didn't get it, I understand. I know how it goes. You put your money, I'm putting my money in. You don't put your money in, I sit on the side. I get it. So here's the plays, right? And I'm simple, y'all. I stick to a few things. I stick to market structure. If you want to know how trap trade, my trading is not, I'm going to be real with you, it's not, like, you don't have to be you don't have to be like a quant wizard. You have to know a few things. You got to know market structure and know it really good. That way you can understand where's the highs, where's the lows, what's internal structure, where does it need to break to show you momentum. When do you start adding positions? When do you go small? And one of the things I've been talking to my Patreon members about, quarter position, half position, whole position. I get that from quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick. Hey, quarter pound, half a pound, whole pound. Oh, I kept that theory in my head. Listen, I'm not playing with y'all, man. I kept the theory. Listen, you start the position with a what? Quarter position. Position gives you follow through, half position. It gives you what you need, you go whole. It's not rocket science. The streets apply, man. Sean say bravo. The street, this is how I do it. This is my method. If I'm testing it, like, if I'm seeing, okay, I know I'm testing this position to see if it's, hey, quarter position. I mean, if I usually gonna go 10, 15, 5. You know, depending on what it is. If I see some follow through, let me go bigger. If I see momentum, hey, the market saying, whole brick, hey, that's the game. Listen, we're not putting a whole brick on no, we're not doing that. 1.5 million taught me a lot. You can't lose 1.5 million and come back the same, bro. You gotta come back different. If not, you're gonna lose it again. He missed it. He missed it. You can't beat me with the same tricks again. Not again. I get better. ISO. ISO. So here's a Goldman Sachs play that I wanted to get in today. And honestly, I think we can still get in it tomorrow because it came back down today. So I'm not mad at it. And we seeing something I talked about. All right, so we see the trend line in play, right? Y'all see the trend line? Everybody see the trend line? Everybody see the trend line? Trap, how you get the trend line? We get 3 touches on the trend line. 1, 2, 3. But 2, we see the touches on the trend line. That means it's official. Trap, do I go wick the wick? Do I go wick the body? How many give you the most touches? Right, so if you wanted to do this, because it gave you more touches, you went wick, body, I'm not mad at that. Right? So what gives you the most touches? It's still there. Like, stop trying to be like, oh, it gotta be pinpoint. No. What gives you the most touches? The most touches on the trend line means that trend is stronger. Does that make sense? All right, so we see that. So here's what we saw. Let's open it up a little bit. Now, my girl Janelle, I'll be saying Janelle because she said, you sound like my grandpa, Trap. So my girl Janelle, we love, in the Patreon, we live and die by Goldman Sachs. Where my girl be at? All right, we love Goldman Sachs. Every time Goldman give us a prop opportunity, we rocking out. That one done made us some bread. So, we watch Goldman come off the bottom. We see the trend line. We see the 20 curve and we see the 50. Now, we do need to see our 20 take over the 50, but we do see the 50, we see the 20 get in motion, right? Everybody see the 20 get in motion? Now, you come to your daily, you see the 20 is above. You come to your 4 hour, you see your 20 just cracked your what? 200, that means you got action. You're going to see that, you see the 50 rolling. So remember, from a time frame perspective, because we go with swings, the daily starts the move. The hourly starts the move. So the daily going to show you the move, the weekly going to show you, hey, this is what we doing, but it's going to happen on a 1 hour first. So it's going to start curving. If you start seeing emotion on a 1 hour, that's why time frame alignment is so good. If you see something on a daily, you need to see it on all three, but you got to pay attention to what you're looking for. Are you seeing a move into position? I won't say this the right way. What's the word I want to say here? Here we go. You see the formulation start happening on the hourly. There we go. That's the word I want to see. You start seeing it develop on the hourly. There you go. That's it, Sean. To develop. That was the word. Develop. Start seeing it develop. So it's developing. So here we go. Let's go to this. So we see the trend line in place. So now let's go back a little bit because I'm going to show y'all again why we got to pay attention to this. Why we got to pay attention to this. So here we go. We come off this low right here that comes off this high right here. And let's just go. Here's a high. Here's a low. Here's the high. Here's the low. What do you got to learn right here? Market structure, Trap. High creates a low. Low, watch this, bull flag. Ooh! Too sweet! Too sweet! He too sweet! He too sweet! He too sweet, Rob! Too sweet. Bull flag. Boom. You create an all-time high. All-time high, what you gonna create at some point. Boom. That's a low. What that low is, Trap? That's a high and low. From there, where you go? Internal structure. All-time high, Trap. All-time high, Trap. From the all-time high, what do you create? There's a low. There's a low. Right? What do we create? Internal structure. What do we come? Close to the low. Then what we do? Break the neckline. Another high, Trap. There you go. Another bull flag. Breaks. Pops the high. All-time high, Trap. There's the low. Where it bounce at, Trap. Right on that same neckline of all-time high. Come back internal. What we do, Trap? Fall back on the neckline. Break below. Come back. Now we creating a series of what? You watching it break. So now, once it breaks 918, look where it falls at right here. Right back on that low. This is why once you understand the structure, now you know exactly what you're looking for. You don't got to make it complicated. Now you just need patience. You need patience, and you need to be having the diligence to pull a trigger. Trust what you see. All right? So anyway, we'll come down here. Whoa, that was sweet. Stop, Siri. Stop. Now you're tripping. All right, so now here's something important. Notice how here it bounces on a 200-day. It bounces on a 200-day. Then we get the rally up. Now, here's what we came in at. So you got the neckline off the lows. Let's erase all this off of here so you can see it. So that's your low. Do everybody see how we got that low? Does everybody see how we got that low? Gutter said, stop. Gutter, what's up, my dog? All right, does everybody see how we got that low? The low came off this high right here. That's why market structure is gonna be super important for you, because if you can start learning market structure and feel it, you could kill this game. You can kill this game. You can kill this game without being complicated. Because here's why. Once you learn market structure, patterns gonna start just popping up in your head because you're gonna keep seeing them over and over again. Oh, that go a double bottom. Oh, that go a double top. Damn, look at that bull flag. And then you're gonna start understanding what comes behind those things. I see a double bottom, you know one thing, it's part of, you see a bull flag, just like you see a bear flag. There go that bear flag, I know. Oh, there go that head and shoulder. I'm stepping back. You're going to start making stuff prove itself to you. Instead of you trying to prove to the market that you're smarter than it, you're going to make the market prove that it does what it does. Hey, that head and shoulders right there, guess what? I'm going to sit back until you prove me that you're going to disregard that head and shoulders pattern that's 80% every time it pop up. Oh, you going to go against the head and shoulders? You got a failed head and shoulders? All right, back. I'm back in it. Oh, that's an inverted head and shoulders? Oh, that's bullish. I'm about to get in there. You're going to prove to me that you're going to fake me out. That's cool. I'll take the small loss. Cool. That's a bear flag. You're going to prove to me that you're about to go, I'm hopping in. So once you start trusting what you see. Look, my dog, look. Davion, cup and handle. You got to show me, you got to show me that this handle going to melt, because I'm gone. That's what it is. Davion, I love that cup and handle. So anyway, so let's mark this out right quick, then we're going to go about our business. So we see our trend line here. We're not arguing with it. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. We see it. Or you could come here, go boom, boom, get your 2 touches on the body. I'm not mad at either or. The body touch is good. Right? So you got your neckline and you got your trend line. So watch this. You get a gap up. You get a gap up. So once you get the gap up, watch what happens here. I'm going to show you something. This is why you got to look left. Man, look how that worked out. Now look how the current pattern we in is sitting in between that high and that low. I didn't just magically create that. That's a fact. The market gonna, somebody say, wait till you see that fake coming. They're gonna fake you out a bunch of ways, but here's the thing. You gotta be cool with letting it prove to you that you got faked out. Ain't nobody who never played this game can't say, I ain't got faked out. That's part of the game. But here's what I will tell you. If you stick to market structure and you stick to like really identifying those patterns come through more times than they fail. That's why they patterns. Right, so here you go. So you have the trend line and you have your neckline, right? You gapped up, and then what do we talk about doing? Well, gaps get filled, what? 65, 70% of the time. Well, guess what happened? It didn't try to break that, but guess what happened? It hit high, it hit it, came back, fell in the gap, took those orders, and sat right on 867. Now, I told the Patreon yesterday on live, I said, say, y'all, we should get in Goldman Sachs right here at 867. It was kind of up a little bit because it came down. It was early in the morning. It came down and hit right on that line, and they absorbed all them sell orders. I said, y'all, that be about to go. But when I pull in an order, I ain't want to be greedy. We pulled in an order on Netflix. We put in an order on QQQ. I ain't want to drop a big bag on Goldman because then I would have had to hit that. I ain't got no more money, Trap. God damn. I be trying to be mindful. So I just sat back and chill. Somebody said, I ain't gonna lie, Trap, I ended Goldman yesterday. I broke the play down. Say, I ain't gonna lie, Trap, I got in yesterday when you broke it down. I love it. And so today what happened was, I did see it come up, but I see it come back down. I was like, all right, I see it. It's right where I want to be at. And so I was about to get in it, and they just pissed me off. But I wanted to get in today. Based on that, it came right back down to where it closed at yesterday, which I still like that because, again, it's above that trend line. And I always remember this. That momentum, once the market, think about the market like a Titanic. Think about the market as a ship in the ocean. Watch this. Once a ship start turning one way, it's hard to reverse it. You got to at least let it follow its course and then say, all right, I'm going to turn it back the other way. You're not going to turn it mid-turn. So this thing is rotating. It's rotating. So there's one or two things I could do. I can wait till it hit 918 and say I can enter it up because you don't got to be in a rush because 918, all-time high is 985. That's still a good run. From 918, 919 to 985, that's a good run. Or I can start a quarter position here and say, hey, let me see what it do when it hit that line at 9, because my entry point was 906. When we looked at it today, it was like 905, 906, which I wasn't mad at. So we'll make the decision in the morning. I'm not mad at it. I like that volume underneath there. That's really good. So I ain't mad at follow through. I like it. 2 follow-through days like that. I ain't mad at it. So, yeah. There we got. I ain't gonna run through no more. We got stuff to do, man. So I hope that broke down some stuff for y'all. I know we got more stuff to do tonight, so I ain't gonna just stay on these charts all night. But if you wanna come join the Patreon, man, listen here, man. We turning up. Let me break down the full groups because people keep asking what the groups is. I don't understand. And I gotta damn, Jose going tomorrow. I gotta create. I'm gonna get on my computer and shoot that video tomorrow. So we have a few groups. We have the $14.99 group, which is the lottery pick. The lottery pick tier, you get the, so I am now giving the lottery pick tier the live in the morning on Mondays, but they don't get the replay. But they also get 2 buy and holds every week, plus any other information we giving out. Then you have the triple beam team. They get the buy and holds, they get the lives, and they get the option plays and that options chat. You got Masters of the Triple Beam, they get all of that, plus they also get the live Q&A once a month. I'll probably do that Q&A tomorrow, y'all, because we shot all the stuff we needed to shoot today. And then you have the execution lab. They get all of that, plus they get a charting class once a month, and they get a trade audit class. So any trades that you made, when we do the class, like you can tell us your trade, we'll ask the day you made the trade, what was your thesis behind the trade, when did you execute the trade, and how's the trade currently doing? And then we'll tell you, hey, here's what I would have did, here's what I wouldn't have did, here's what we can do better. And that's all about just helping you navigate the game. So that's what we got going on. Come join the Patreon. We definitely going crazy, and you'll see that right here. All right? Let's get in our recession portfolio. Somebody said, I said I wouldn't pay for a Patreon. It changed my life. Salute. All right, let's get a Ashley No Love. What's up, Aylin? We got the all right. All right, so here's how we look in the Patreon right now. So we in the AMAT play right now. That's up 27,000. And I know y'all don't want to hear my numbers, so let me see this right quick. I'll give y'all, all right, here we go. Walk y'all through it. What you mean you ain't recognize my face? Boy, you gotta stop playing with me. Bro, this that bull. You don't recognize my face. Boy, you tripping. All right, so the AMAT play we got is up 40%. The BE play we in, which we got in Friday, 83%. COHR, I dropped the video. And if y'all want to know, I've been dropping charting videos about plays that we got in. But we done been in them, and the Patreon is in them. But because my goal on the personal YouTube now is to walk y'all through 3 different things: charting, fundamental analysis, mindset, and what's going on in the market. 4 things. So if we gonna put some, and this gonna be plays that I'm in, so it ain't gonna be just some random charting stuff. Wins and losses. That's why I'm gonna break down Walmart cheese ass. I said that loud, my bad, bro. I'm tripping. All right, so the GEV play we up 38%. The Google play, we up 20%. I'm not gonna lie. That Patreon was, them jokers was stressed out about that Google play. You hear me? Trap, what's going on the Google play? Show me the Google play. Boom, then Google just got him out of there. You know what I'm saying? So we up 20% on the Google play. We up 66% on the Meta play. We up 93% on the MU play. I'm so mad, bro. I only got... I was supposed to put 200 grand in that play, dog. I'm so pissed at myself for that. That's because that Meta play costed so much, bro. That Meta play costed me so much, and I wasn't, I was sticking to my rules, quarter, half. So I went half on the Meta, so I put I dropped $1 on it. Anyway. All right, let's go a little further. All right, so then we dropped the Netflix play yesterday because I got tired of him telling me that where the affordable play is at. Like, I'm the one make up the prices. I don't make up the prices, fam. I just don't make up the prices. So I will say this, I'm not a day trader. So because I'm not a day trader, I'll be real with you. The prices we pay, I ain't gonna lie, they're gonna be a little bit more. Like you probably could do, like when I be seeing people be like, I got 100%, 200%, it could be day trades. Now, hold up, let me say this. I'm not taking away from that. I'm saying it's cheaper because they're going way shorter. Let me make sure I say that right. Because I don't need nobody trying to attack me saying I don't know. Here's what I'm saying. They be day trading and they be scalping. And so those are a lot cheaper, way cheaper. Like $50, $100, you know what I'm saying? And so, you be getting 100% and it be in a day. And I love it. Let me make sure I say that. So nobody don't say I'm speaking against no day trader. I'm saying the difference is I swing trade. So my trade's going to be out a little further. And my swing trades are typically 90 days or more. So you're talking about at least $1,000 per trade. Now we may get something like 8, 9, like the Netflix play was like, I think, way cheaper. You know what I'm saying? So let me make sure I'm saying that. You know what I'm saying? Let me sure I'm saying that. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure I'm saying that because I don't want nobody to be like, man, no, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is because most people are, a lot of people are day traders and they day trade and they scalping and they going them 0 days. Them don't cost that much. But always remember, the market, the more risk you take, so the more risk you take, the market will make that cheaper for you. The more you put the game on your side, the market gonna tax you a little bit more. So when you start day trading for when you start swing trading, you talking about going out 60 days, 90 days, those gonna get a little bit more expensive. The Netflix play was $99. So that was easy work. So let me make sure I say that, bro. I don't have nothing against no day trader. You know why? Because anybody that can put their real money in this market and go get some money, you got my respect. Let me make sure I say that. That's why I don't talk about nobody who trade. You know why? Because it take gall to get up every day and look at that market and say, I'm gonna go get some money out there. That's why I don't have nothing to say about man, this dude here scam. Bro, I don't care about none of that. I don't got nothing to do with that, bro. Because anybody that can get up, they don't know what they doing, they don't know what they doing. Man, look, anybody that can get up every day and say, I'm going to get some money out that market, and we know the game is rigged against us, man, you got my respect. You got my respect. So everybody just have different methods. So anyway, we put the Netflix play in yesterday, we put the QQQ play in yesterday, and those two plays were actually for, my squad. I'll be trying to find the cheaper plays for them, man. The WDC trade worked out really good. Walmart just been whooping my ass. It's been whooping my ass now for 2 months. Literally. It's been in the same range between $22, $23. It got up to $28 last week. $128 last week. We was down like 2%. Then it fell right back down to $122. We're gonna leave. I'm gonna break that play down probably tomorrow on how Walmart whooping my ass. Before we go a little further, let me shine some light on some of my Patreon people right quick, man. Well, wait. Let's do the buy and hold right quick, since we already here. Let's go buy and hold right quick, since we already here. Let's go there. Yep. Damn, why Steve cut the top off? Or maybe I cut the top off. All right, so Sean, we are now up 12.6% on the buy and hold. I actually have 2 plays I won't add to, but I won't wait.
Okay.
Today we had a 1.6% gain, and we are up 12.6%. So I said that already. 12.6%. We're sitting on $200,000 in cash. Here are our plays: Costco, EME, Fix, ITA, MU, TPL, and Walmart cheesy ass. All right. So again, roll that beautiful beam footage for Jose one time, y'all. Let him get his anthem in right quick so I can go about my business.
Showing the Wallstreet Trapper. Patreon.
Anyway.
Hey, something exclusive just happened. We are working on something so the trappers could get involved in naming them. You know what I'm saying? So we working on something. We're going to...
Naming what?
Naming the bull.
Naming the what?
Naming the bull. They calling him Leon. Leon the bull is crazy. Whoop. Survey done.
Leon the bull. Anyway, let me highlight some of my Patreon people right quick, because I told them we got something in the Patreon called a winning wall. And what we do on the winning wall is we just show love to the people. So I want to show love to I want to show love to them tonight. So let's get some. I'm going to start getting their pictures too, y'all. Start getting my Patreon people pictures, man. Like really just showing them love, man. All right, so I forgot. I think we cut the names out because we be wanting to respect people. But if they're okay with it moving forward, we'll do that. So here's some wins from our people in Patreon. These are 3 different wins right here. BECOHRWDC. You can see these are people in the squad. You can see it ain't hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's exactly what it looks like to get some wins in the group. We got somebody else at the bottom, had 191% on the play. They got $552. Somebody else in the meta play was up 27%. They up $672. We like those wins. Let's go a little further. Chat one more, right? Yep. So somebody say I took a put on Marvell. The trap was booming. They up 17%. Got somebody else in the MU call, got that. And we got somebody in the group that today, they almost close to cracking $1 million in their account. So that's going to be another $1 million account. Unrealized gains right now, he's sitting on $366,000. This is not me. This is not me. Sitting on $366,921, up 59% year to date. If that ain't eating, what do you call it? And so we're going to have another, he said on there, last night when my 5-year-old son said his prayers, he added something to the end and it made me laugh. Where else can you go make $51,000 in a day? I'm super thankful for God's blessing. And that's one of the things I do in the Patreon. I talk about God. So if you don't like mixing God with trading, I'm probably ain't the person for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's our squad. I want to just highlight our people in the building. We're going to start doing that on the weeks. So, yeah. All right, let's get into some business, man. Let's get the lights up, y'all. Let's get the lights up, y'all. All right. The market transforms money. I want to start with this statement. The market transforms money from people in a hurry to people with a plan. That's interesting to say. Let's go a little further, because if you don't got a plan, the market gonna dominate you. Danny texted me and said, Leon the bull. Danny, what are you doing? All right, so inflation rises, the AI boom, and the bulls charge on. The S&P 500 is now officially up on the year and just 1% away from hitting a new record high. Just let that sink in. All right? Since March 30, the S&P has now added $5.5 trillion in the market cap. That's $550 billion per trading day for 10 days straight. The reality is that inflation is rising toward 4%. The AI revolution is only accelerating, and trillions of dollars are on the sideline. Capital are eager to enter the market. What do you think? Well, I'll be honest with you. I ain't scared. That's a cold-blooded picture too, Steve. I just realized the bull with the back legs, then the front leg, that boy done punched the bear. He out like a light. Somebody say, damn, Leon done knocked the bear out. And that bull not gonna be named Leon. Let's just stop right there. Let's just
make that clear.
Stop the madness. I'm accepting the bull. We ain't gonna name the bull after me. We're not gonna do that. But I made a post on Instagram, and I don't think people realize it today. Bro, this is the same thing that we saw for Liberation Day. This is the same thing that we saw. And think about this, at the same time. It's the same day, at the same time. The same month. Market bottom. Listen, same month. Same time. And if you go look at the chart, April 8th, April 9th is when we started building back up. Same day we sat in here last year, me, you, Shine, April 9th. Boom. So all I'm saying is, man, listen. I'm not saying we out the water. But here's what the market does. The market doesn't wait for clarity to move. It moves on expectations. It's a forward-looking mechanism. The market done priced in the fear. How do you know the market done priced in the fear? Well, you had some headlines that come out last week that would have normally sent us back down 1% or 2%, and it didn't. The market got to an oversold area. Now, I'm not saying we're not going to see some volatility along the way, because you got some things that's going on. You got the IWM, the International Monetary Fund, who just downgraded some stuff. We're seeing solar growth. We're seeing inflation moving up. I'm not saying it's time for you to just go all in on the market. What I am saying is I'm half position trapped right now. I'm moving toward that half position now. And here's why. Because now you're seeing, watch this, you're seeing leaders lead again. Like you seeing, so think about this, who was leading the market before? It wasn't just technology, it was memory stocks. So we saw them, they didn't fall all the way off, they just declined like everybody else, but they held certain levels. They reclaimed their 50 day really, really fast, and they held those levels. Who was the first one to take out? Memory stocks. S&DK did $100 yesterday. Came back today, and it did 30 overnight and then slowed back down. MU, TER, but then you see follow through. You seeing Nvidia come up. You seeing tech start to run. Okay, you seeing tech start. Google is positive. Amazon positive. Nvidia positive. You seeing follow through. But then Now you seeing the banks give you follow through. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley. You seeing banks, these are the two most oversold sectors. Then you seeing software, give you follow through, coming off the lows. I'm not saying you about to rally crazy, but I am saying pay attention to what you seeing happen. That's all I'm saying. Don't sit on the sideline and wait and be like, yo, I'm waiting till the war is over until I get back in the market. You're going to be done missed all the money. You feel me? So we got to just, like, and that's why I'm telling the Patreon, like, yo, here's what you got to do, though. You got to cook while the fire hot. But you got to cook with discipline. The worst thing you do is keep on, that's why I keep saying market structure, market structure, market structure. Why? Because once you start seeing me cracks, once you start seeing that thing past certain levels, you know, boom, I see this, I'm in. And then, look, we're getting 83% in 4 days, and that's great for a swing trade. Remember, think about when you getting 83%. I want you to think about this. Think about you put $5,000 up, $1,000 or $2,000 on a plate, and you got 83% in 4 days. You done cracked. You done cracked. That's why some of the people in the Patreon right now, they're like, Trap, you playing? Because watch this. I told them, I said, yo, we're going to go get in this SNDK play. I said, no, I ain't. It's going to cost too much. I don't want to hear y'all out. The next 2 days, it ran $150. Because you see it forming. One thing I've really got my eyes on is like watching stuff start to form up. So that's all I'm saying to y'all, bro. Like, don't keep waiting on the side. I'm going to wait for this. I'm going to wait for this. You see the shift happening. Don't wait till everything at all-time highs to be like, damn, I'm late. You got some stuff that's like turning. You got some stuff. You don't got to go chase everything at all-time highs. Go look at what's turning. We got in the Netflix play. Now Netflix got earnings coming up. I wanted to get in the TSM play. There's a few plays I wanted to get in. I'm like, ooh, all right, bet. I got you. Might take a little bit off the table because Netflix got earnings, take a little bit off the table. And if it run cool, if it pull back, all right. But don't wait. Don't wait. Be mindful, be selective, and you can't be in everything. The worst thing gonna kill you right now is you start trying to chase it. All right, let's go a little further, man. You can't make all the plays, man. You cannot make every play. That's impossible. Be comfortable with what you got. That's why I ain't even tripped today. I was like, all right, bet, I'm cool. For some reason, I wasn't supposed to be in the play today. Bet. We just made two, we've been hitting. All right, the average home of a price. I'm gonna put this up before we go to that. The next slide, let's talk about the the 25K day trader joint, if Steve sent that. All right, the average home prices are up 737% since 1980. The S&P is up 18,847% over the same period of time. This is what I tell people when they talk about houses and real estate. Stocks versus real estate. No, I'm not against real estate. I just think you got to understand what you're doing it for. So like me and Bernard were talking today, he said, I ain't going to put the number out. He said, say, bro, I made some money, bro, in the market by just being passive. He said, bro, that's the first time I ever made that much money without having to work for it. I said, hey, that's the power of the market, bro. He was like, bro, I did that super. He like, bro, I just bought an ETF. And I was like, shit. He said, bro, I went to thinking. I ain't had to worry about no tenant, no toilet being broke, late on the rent, nothing. I said, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Stocks over real estate every day, from my perspective. But real estate is necessary because you're gonna have to start offsetting some of that stock money. I say, but for me, stocks don't always be the first way to go. I can just generate more bread. I can generate money from stocks to buy real estate. How do I know? What you think we doing with this big mud joker? But nothing, I'm not bashing real estate. I think it's a place in the portfolio. Just like my dog Beyond Win. He gonna go real estate first, but I bet you he got some crypto and he got some stocks. Just depends on who you are as an investor and what you're looking for. Let's go a little further. All right, so this is something that happened, man. Day trading goes mainstream. 25K rule is retired. So you used to have a 25. Now, I'm going to say this. This is going to help and hurt some people. Don't never think them people do stuff to help us. Don't never think that it's going to hurt way more people. That's a bunch of $25,000. Man, listen, that minimum gone. Because you know why? They ain't crazy. They sit around like, oh, yeah, y'all going to be day traders, huh? Gotcha. We ain't about to protect y'all no more. Feed them to the wolves. So the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has approved a major overhaul to day trading rules, removing a long-standing 25K minimum account requirement. Previously, traders needed that balance to make frequent day trades or risk being restricted, limiting access for many retail traders. The new system introduced through the Financial Industry Regulation Authority shifts to a real-time margin model where trading limits are based on actual risk exposure rather than fixed dollar threshold, making active trading, watch this, key word, more accessible while managing risk. Simply being said, that's a whole bunch of free money we need. That's all that is. You about to say, Sean?
Understand, because like the difference between like what is a margin account and then a cash account, because that's what it's speaking on.
Yep. So the margin account means getting it on consignment. Front you the money. We ain't got to front you the money. What you got in the account right now? It's simple. Ain't the new system introduced through Financial Industry Regulatory Authority shifts to a real-time margin model where trading limits are based on the actual risk rather than a fixed dollar, meaning your risk involved or the risk of the trade rather than how much money you got. At first, they were trying to protect you. Hey, you don't got 25 grand, you can't be doing this, bro. We ain't gonna let you do that, bro. Chill out. Now, you know what they saying? Hey, I got you, Robin Hood. Y'all wanna make it gamified? Say less.
This sounds like you just said it. Transform money from people in a hurry to people with a plan.
100%.
This is just what it sounds like right here.
Bro, that's
give me that.
Is. They know, bro, check this out. That shit is accurate, bro. For every one person that win, bro, there's 1,000 million people that lose. And for every one person that's profitable, bro, my God. That's just the nature of the game. That's the nature of the beast. So they'll let you get your $1,000 because they done racked up on $1 million. So that's the cost of doing business. It's like a car insurance company. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna get in, you're gonna pay these monthly. There's more people that's gonna pay than you having an accident. So when one person have an accident, it's like, all right, bet. Think about this. Everybody in here got car insurance. A whole year probably go on, maybe 2 before any one of us get in an accident. So it's 24 months worth of payments. People ain't just wrecking cars like that like the everyday person. You're not getting in 17, bro, you might get in a wreck every blue moon, bro. Just real talk. But it's just playing the law of average. Same thing with trade. More y'all gonna lose, the more y'all gonna win. So, let's run it up. Let's go a little further, man. All right, Mark Isaac. Can you or should you have a stop loss on your buy and hold account? Thank you for all you do. Oh, man, that's such a good question. I specifically say no. You bought a buy and hold. Why I wouldn't have well, first of all, I don't think you could put a stop loss on your buy and hold. Maybe you can. I've never seen it. It probably can. I just never seen it. That was new to me. But I wouldn't do it. I would be averaging down. If I buy a company that I like and it goes down, I want to buy more. You know what I'm saying? I want to buy more. I never thought about that either, like putting a stop loss on my buy. I think that never even came to my mind, so I never even like thought about that process. So if that one may be different to me. So if I seem like, I don't know, I think that's something that never crossed my mind to think about, so I never put that into consideration. So, yeah, I don't think you should. You bought a company, you bought it because you liked it, because hopefully you did the research, and the research said this was a good buy, and because it was a good buy, you stuck in with it. So I think you should just average down a dollar cost average. Let's go a little further. Great question. All right. So somebody hit us up, Trap. What's your thoughts on TSM earning Friday? I don't really have none. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't go into earning with no thoughts. Whatever going, because I don't know what they reporting. I can't control it. Whatever gonna happen, gonna happen. You heard me? So I'm sorry that I don't have a more elaborate answer for you, but I do think they're gonna put some good numbers up because people ain't never stopped buying chips. So I think they'll put some good numbers up. I may test the waters. I'll play an earnings call here and there. Y'all know it. All right. 121 empty oil tankers headed to the U.S. as Trump pushes American energy sales amid Strait of Hormuz disruption. Let's go.
A ship tracking firm reports 121 empty oil tankers are making their way to the United States of America. 68 of those 121 vessels are very large crude carriers capable of carrying 2 million barrels apiece. President Trump has urged countries squeezed by Iran's disruption of the Strait of Hormuz to turn to American energy supplies instead. Well, it would appear perhaps they are obliging him. They are listening to Trump. The president told Fox, quote, China can send their ships to the U.S., China can send their ships to Venezuela, while also saying that empty oil-carrying ships from many nations are all headed to the U.S. to load up.
Bro, this gonna be an interesting little 1, 2, 3 they got going on. George, y'all get some more ice? Now, I will say that was interesting what they did. When they did the block it on the block it, I said, that's interesting. Since y'all want to block it, I said, I ain't gonna lie. That was one of them ones. I wasn't even thinking that one. I ain't gonna lie. They was like, all right, y'all want to block it? We gonna block. Nobody ain't getting in. Oh, let me see how that go. So I was interested in seeing that. I ain't gonna lie, that one was interesting. Just when you watch war tactics, like it was a great move when Iran was sending all the fake $50,000 things, and it's gonna cost you $1 million every time. Let's see how long we can do this. We got a bunch of these, yo. I was like, oh, that's strategy. So the block on the block, like, okay, I see you playing the game. You playing ball. So I want to see how this is going to end for everybody. Let's go a little further. Jose, you got to tell people that if they don't got no sign, they got to go out and come back in. So again, the cascading global impact of the Iranian war. Let's just look at it. So increasing cost of oil has had a trickle-down effect. Energy, financial markets, food and costs, shipping, and tourism. So this, again, my mic? Yeah, some ice. Gasoline prices, fertilizer. I didn't even think about the fertilizer. So fertilizer, fuel shortages, farmer shipments on stall, chip supply threatened. This Iran, I didn't realize how much a big dog they were. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't realize how much a big dog there was. I guess because of the ability to hold it hostage because of that choke point. I ain't realize that, but and I'm not gonna act like I knew it. It wasn't until I started doing the research and I was like, oh, this is massive. But that's interesting right there. Let's go a little further. Okay, aluminum, helium, plastics and chemicals, rices, urea. About a third of the world's urea, a chemical fertilizer, travels through the strait. The price of Egyptian urea as an industry commodity. Benchmark has already shot up. Plastic and chemicals. Many crude oil byproducts are key components of plastic and polyams, which are produced and shipped from the Middle East. This thing, shipping routes, 16 vessels have been attacked in the strait as of April 1st. According to the United Kingdom in maritime trade operations. There's a lot going on. Let's go a little further. Corn about to skyrocket. Yeah. Them futures go crazy. Them corn futures. Rob, why you don't trade corn futures, bro? Rob said, nope. Gold, my nigga. Stick to gold. Sean, why you don't trade corn?
I trade NASDAQ.
One thing I learned about them people that be on them futures, they be trading one chart. Hey.
That's all you did.
I said, most people who I know trade futures, they the same way. It's like, nah, y'all keep all that over there in the stock market, bro. We trade one thing, NQ, ES, gold. That's it. We're not trading. That's how I be knowing the Forex people, they be on it. XXM and AXI and the stuff, the juice gone? You dump the juice out? That bitch must be up to die. Forex people trade everything. US 30. Trade my US 30. I don't know what, I ain't never knew what that was. Trade my US 30. I could tell the real futures trader, though. A real futures trader, they trade one thing. Yeah, market structure, all that. Yep, strat, all that. One thing. But then I realized why, though. It's because y'all can lose way more than what you got up there. Like for us, I can only lose what's in the thing. So if I lose it, just lose my position. Like y'all could go negative. I don't want no part of that. I'm too bold. I'll be done. That's why you blow the account. That's how the account get blown. People like, man, I be like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't never blew an account. Like cause I can only lose what I got in there.
But if you don't set that stop loss on futures, and let's say you traded 4 futures, you got this going, and you don't got no stop loss, if
You
something
dead.
going again, you
Kamikaze.
done for.
Rob said you didn't even make it to lunch. Nah, that's crazy. I don't want no parts of that. People be asking me like, Trap, I don't want no parts of that, fam. I got an S&P, I got a Russell, I got a NASDAQ, I got a Dow, I got a mid-cap. I got enough for me to trade right here, bro. Right? My brain, if I can go negative, cuz? Bro, I can go negative? I wouldn't even know how to respond to that. I would want to fight. Whoever running NASDAQ, I won't fight. Whoever running the gold, I won't fight. I won't fight. How we go negative, cuz? Nah. Keep me out the futures, you hear me? right, let's go, man. All right, so U.S. counts heavy aircraft losses in Iran war. Following more than 5 weeks of sustained combat operations against Iran, the scale of U.S. aircraft losses is becoming clear. Yo, this is crazy. So, losses and costs. Let's talk about destroyed. The MQ-9A Reaper, an unmanned aircraft, 32 million, 24 of them gone. The F-35A Lightning II, 82 million worth. Out of here. All right, they destroyed. The F-15E Strike Eagle, 65 million. We lost 4 of them. All right, the MC-130J Commando, 114 million. We lost 2 of them. The KC-135 Strato Tanker, 39 million. We lost 8 of them. And some more of them are damaged. The HH-60W Jolly Green 2, 36 million. 2 of them are damaged. The MH-68 Little Bird, a light helicopter, 4.5 million. 4 of them damaged. Right? I gotta say, I need one of them. Me too. The CH-47F Chinook. Thank you, cuz. You must have was reading about that one. Heavy lift helicopter, 48 million. Oh, I forgot this one. The A-10C Warthog, 18 million. 39 destroyed, 10 damaged, 3.2 billion. There you go. There you go. So that's where our tax dollars got to go at. Because guess what? They got to refuel. Huh? Yeah, we ain't saw that kind of. That's a big loss. And that's. I think they're asking for $200 billion right now. They're asking for another $200 billion. They're asking for another $200 billion, and they just put in place a $1.5 trillion bill to rearm. Because you got to think about it, bro. You just lost all these planes. You got to stack back up. These things take. You don't build this in a week. Huh? Yeah, you don't. That don't get built in a week, bro. That be taking 3 years to build that. So imagine how much work they about to start pumping. Goldman about to have, Boeing, Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, man, that backlog about to be crazy. Because they got to get built. This is non-negotiable. Right? Because you can repair the 10 that's damaged, it depends on how much damage. But the 39 that destroyed, they gone. You got to scrap metal them. That's scrap metal. Bro, that don't get built overnight. They need $200 billion. They asking for $200 billion. And they put a $1.5 trillion defensive spending again. Bro, we out of here, bro. That dollar ain't no good, man. That dollar trash. That dollar is in a toilet, man. Flush that dollar. Yeah, you gotta restock. You can't not restock. Because if you get another little tussle, now you're like, damn, we don't got no more. Oh, you don't got no more? Oh, man. So they started, the minute they shipped them out, they started rebuilding already. And guess what? You can't say no. You can't say no. You You can't say no. The government, all you can say is, bro, we can't give you 200 billion, we can give you 100. We can't give you 1.5 trillion. You can't say no. Can't say no. Let's go a little further, man. Let's go a little further. All right, $1 that ain't moving is $1 that's losing. $100 in 2021 is only worth $80 today. That's the biggest 5-year drop in the history. So the $100 you had for the pandemic is only worth $80 today. Let's go a little further, man. That's trash. That dollar ain't, flush that dollar, man.
Hi, Trap. How are you? My question is, my strategy based in your strategy, it's a multi-time frame analysis, which is weekly, daily, and hourly. So, I need to know what is the most important thing that I have to draw when it comes for key level and monitor when it comes for moving average and volume. So what's the most key level, the most important key level for each time frame for volume, where I should monitor volume? Is it on weekly or daily or hourly? The other question, when I should get in the play, will it break out key level with high volume, or I have to wait for retesting?
Oh, that's a good question. I like my guy because he always got good questions. That's how, you can tell somebody that's really locked in by the questions they ask. So the first thing is, no matter what, first of all, that's basically my breakdown. Weekly, daily, 1 hour to check to see if I got momentum. So that means he's studying the right way. Based on that, what the goal for me gonna always be, like I said, like mastering the idea of market structure. Because once you can say, hey, here's a high, here's a low, and you can start really, and I've been telling them, that's why I've been putting them replays back in the Patreon, because I'm marking it out. Here's a high, here's a low, here's a high, here's a low, here's internal. I'm marking that out intentionally so you don't get caught up on your chart. Here's the high. This is what it looks like. Here's the low. That's why I'm going to the weekly. Why? Because that's the most definitive structure you're going to have. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's internal. Here's internal. That wick don't mean nothing. That wick don't mean nothing. Let me go to the daily and get refined a little bit more. The reason why is because if you can mark those out on the weekly, watch what I'm about to say here. You mark them out on a weekly and a daily. So when you go to the hourly, now you just looking for follow through. Oh, man. That boy be cooking, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. One of the best things ever happened to me was me losing 1.5 million. I can say that I can say that. Huh? Oh, boy, that tuition was worth it, boy. Boy, that tuition was worth it. It was worth it, bro. I can say that proudly, bro. Like it was one of the best things ever happened to me was losing 1.5 million. Huh? And I'm about to say that in the moment, you like, nigga. Bro, but when you start coming out of it, and you start realizing, like, your eyes start getting, I called Cuz and start crying. I said, bro, I just come out the hole. That nigga Cuz said, it's all right, young. And he told me, it's gonna be all right, young man. That nigga sound like a grandpa or something. He said, it's worth it, young man. He said, it's worth it. I came out that hole, bro. I called her. I said, I was sitting in my living room. Looked at my account. I said, nigga, it's green. I was up 200. I said, nigga, it's green. It's green. I'm up to it. It's green. And it happened in one day. I was slowly moving, and I said, what? And it's just like a burden got lifted off me, and I was like, yo, nigga, you can navigate. That's me. Burn the ship. Burn me with the ship, cuz. Burn me with the ship, cuz. I'm not quitting. And I remember telling myself, bro, if you don't come out this hole, then you can't teach this. That's why I don't care what nobody said. Yep, I done lost money. Yep, I came out of $1.5 million hole, up 900 grand. Got the 105 back, came up 900, and then post that shit on that screen, and then post every loss I made from the time I had them to the time I recovered. I ain't shy away from nothing. So somebody be like, oh, you a damn lie. Or you gotta go back into 2025, start in February. No, start in March. Watch Trappin Tutor from March to freaking, and you gonna see him. You feel what I'm saying, bro? So, man, one of the best things ever happened to me was, and I know it may sound crazy, just like I can say, bro, like one of the best things that happened to me was losing that 1.5, dog. It just made me lock it in a way that I ain't never locked in before. Because here's what I know. The market ain't never stopped printing money. So, I mean, it ain't the market, it's me. It's me. I ain't never, listen. You had a long run one way. Now let's start the next run. And we on it right now. We in that run right now, man. Some losses happen, man. I ain't scared of no loss. Probably lost 1.5, bro. I ain't scared of no loss. Let's rock. And I know I got it back. But now it's just like, hey, let's grind. Let's be more disciplined. Let's not be walking through this shit. I be walking through it. Again, that's why I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I don't be having nothing to say about other traders. Like, oh, you can't trade. Bro, you know why, bro? You get up every day. You turn that computer on. And you go get some money out there, and you trying to help some people get some money out there, man, salute, dog. All right, let's go a little further. Oh, wait, he asked me one more question. Oh, the other question was, I'm sorry. The other question was, so one, I will focus on market structure, King. I will focus on identifying highs and lows because they're going to keep showing up on your chart. And those are going to be the key levels that you're going to really pay attention to. Now, the next thing is when you see a breakout happen, you want to see volume match that breakout, right? If you see a breakout and no volume, chill. Don't chase that, right? If you see a breakout with volume, that means big dogs behind that. And so you want to see follow through next. So that's what you should look for. You should look for, I would study market structure because market structure is market structure on any time frame you look at. But if you make your key levels on your weekly and your daily, and you looking for your 1 hour to execute, all you're looking for is momentum. If you want to know trap trade, that's how I trade. Right? And then the next thing, when you're looking for your moving averages, now that's kind of more complicated. You want to see it stacked up. You want to see a couple things happen. But that's what you're looking for, brother. That's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. Also, yep, so that vibe, so that's what market structure and volume is what you're looking for. Yep, so if I see something gap up and I don't see no volume with it, I'm going to stay away from that because something ain't right about that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know on robbery when you see one. You went in that alley and said, hey, it don't feel right here and turn around. Same kind of, they sure I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Let's go a little further. Trap of the week, man. All right, man, so we going with Philip A. Payton Jr. Philip A. Payton Jr. All right, so Philip A. Payton Jr. is known as the father of Black Harlem. In the 1900s, he founded the Afro-American Realty Company and strategically bought and leased properties in Harlem to Black tenants who were being denied housing elsewhere. He flipped discrimination into opportunity, taking over buildings white landlords struggled to fill and turning Harlem into a thriving Black community.
Philip was born in Westfield, Massachusetts in 1876. His father was a barber and his mother was a hairdresser, and as a kid, Philip would work in his family's barbershop, and he was a pro barber by the age of 15. In 1899, Philip set out for New York City, against the wishes of his parents. Philip got a job as a porter or janitor, making $8 or just under $300 a week. It was this job that would be the one that inspired Philip to get into the real estate business. After getting married, Philip opened up his first real estate company. However, due to its location, his partner giving up, and not making much money, it closed. After having some very, very rough times, Philip was able to strike a real estate deal that netted him $1,150 or $42,500 adjusted for inflation. From here, Philip just kept flipping properties until he owned about $250,000 or over $9 million adjusted for inflation worth of property. While attending the National Negro Business League, Philip got the idea to create the Afro-American Realty Company. He officially opened the business in 1904, issuing 50,000 shares for $10 each. Needless to say, this company was controversial. Philip looked at racism as a luxury that many white real estate businessmen couldn't afford. He believed in turning prejudice into profit. One such example would be the real estate war he was in 1905. The white-owned Hudson Realty Company had bought 3 buildings from Philip, evicted all of the black tenants, and then replaced them with white ones. In response, Philip bought 2 apartment buildings, evicted all of the white tenants, and then moved in all of the black tenants that the Hudson evicted. The Hudson Realty Company had to eventually sell the original 3 buildings back to Philip at a large loss. Philip's real estate portfolio served as one of the main catalysts to have black Americans move to Harlem. This migration to Harlem, mixed with the wealth, talent, and ingenuity, is what ushered in the Harlem Renaissance.
My dog was on. He was in his bag. Oh, you playing that game? You playing that game?
Uno reverse.
Gotcha. That
Draw full. Right.
Nah. You want me to with the Uno reverse? Oh, you want to do that? Bad. Shout out to Philip A. Payton, man. Let's go, man. All right, so SNDK, SanDisk, rockets into the NASDAQ 100 as AI's newest pick and shovel star. SNDK will replace Allison in the NASDAQ 100 on April 20th, sending the memory chip maker stock up nearly 12%. That jump is tiny compared to the massive run-up of 301% in 2026. And 2,739% in 5 years, the strongest performance in the S&P. This is freaking insane. But the index change reflects how the AI boom is shifting toward hardware essentials, SanDisk storage products used in laptop servers and especially in data centers have turned the company to a key picks and shovel play as demand for data center build-outs. Now, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to be really, really, really real with y'all. I was real cheap. I bought my daughter like 3 shares of this last year. No, like 5 shares, and I should have bought her a bag. And I'm going to tell you how I realized what the company was. I forgot what we was doing, and I had to get one for my DGI. And I say, wait, I know this company. I said, so I get on the phone real quick, and I said, oh, that's it. This them. When I had them kind of epiphany moments, I buy it. I said, oh, got it. And I bought my daughter like 5. And I should have dropped 100 in that bet. Yep. I mean, I would never forget that. I had the DGI, and I put that, I said, wait, this the company that I made? Because it was going crazy last year. I was like, wait, this that company. And I was sitting in the truck, I did a little research. I said, oh, this them. I be excited when stuff like that pop up for me, like when I had an epiphany moment.
Right, in media, we've been using them for years. Like
it made me realize, like, oh, this it. So, yeah, SanDisk, that's it. Key player. So, Now imagine this. Imagine saying it's high now when you could have got it at 300 last year. You said it was high. Imagine that. Imagine saying it's high now when last year was 300 and you said it was high. Imagine that. Sometimes I say, but how high will it go? The numbers don't stop. You know they got stocks on the stock market worth $400,000, $800,000. You know that, right? You know there's $5,000 stocks on the market, $8,000 stocks on the market. The numbers don't stop. Look, somebody say, bruh, since you saying that, yeah, I knew about that stock 20 years ago. That's how the market be hitting you. You be like, what? They're saying that. I'm telling you, like, SNDK, 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 SNDK. You know, it wasn't really ringing to me. I'm like, oh, whatever. And then I saw the name, Sandis. I was like, wait, I got the thing that's just, I say, wait. I got on my phone. I went straight to Robinhood. Look, wait, let me. I clicked that investor relations page and looked and saw the diss on the page. I said, I went straight to my daughter's account and bought her 5. I should have bought her more. Anyway, here's the top performer so far. SanDisk, Light, Sienna, WDC, Corning. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. This was our first, we done played SNDK a few times this year. Last year and this year. It never really burnt us. I'll say that. But I was telling my people this. So people like, man, SanDisk running. One, don't put yourself in that bag like that. Here's why. And this is what I told my people today. And I think Janelle had me laughing in the group today because it fell by $42 today, right? I told him this morning. I said, listen, don't be tripping on this play because an option contract on this gonna cost you about 20 grand. So watch this. You looking at it run up $100. And you like, dang, that bit running. But are you willing to endure when it falls $43? Now, here's the thing. That $43, when it fall, you gonna panic. Because you know you got to. That check engine light coming on ASAP. Or ASAP. So Janelle said, I'm so glad she said, SNDK fell today by some percent. She said, man, my check engine light would have been on. Crying laughing. Let me see. It fell. It opened at 961 and it came all the way down to 901. Imagine how your stomach would have dropped. Let me see. Yeah. So it opened at 961 and it got as low as 904. She's talking about a $50 drop. Boy, you gotta have a tough stomach. You gotta have a tough stomach. You gotta have a tough stomach. But if you got the tough stomach, now imagine this though. Watch this. What today is? April the what? 14th? Watch this. If you go to the chart, can we go to the chart right quick? This is an easy one. I want to show something right quick. Watch this. It's an easy chart to read. I like when the charts be easy to read like this. My chart on the screen? All right, watch this. Easy chart to read, because it's clear. Everything going to the right. This is one of the simple ones. You got your high here. You have a low here, but then your real low is here. This is the first low, but you come internal. So this is internal. These are internal highs. Let me just do this. These are internal highs. This is your high, this is your low. You get another high here. This is your low. Now, watch this. On March 30th, look at this. Look at this. On March the 30th, it was $558. Nigga, it's April the 14th, cuz. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Now watch this though. Imagine you getting in that 770 and watching it break that 50-day. Nigga, your stomach is gone. But watch this. Imagine just watching your market structure and say, as soon as it clear 718, I got action. Because that's your first high that it reclaimed. Think about it. Remember I said, you understand your levels. It reclaims the first high, boom. And once it reclaims the first high, that's your momentum. But then it reclaims the second high and just goes on a run. But I'm just saying, like, this is an easy chart to look at right here.
We had that crazy run up, but some of the people in the Patreon wanted to know about the Walmart play.
I can't hear you, Sean.
I was gonna say they wanted to know about the Walmart play too. Like seeing like how Sandisk ran up, but then also Walmart. Like
we're talking about Walmart and the Patreon.
Crazy.
I'm gonna do a whole YouTube live on that.
Yeah.
Rob, get out the Patreon telling me questions to ask on the show. Patreon for Patreon, man. So, just imagine that, bro. So anyway, they run it. I like CLW. I think that's good. We in WDC too, so I like that. CIEN is good too. I like that. I never mess with light, but I like they going crazy, y'all. So let's go a little further, man. Somebody said, bro, I wish Meta had that easy chart. All right. So AI energy emerged as twin drivers of equities, top performers. 200%. Yeah, this is just outstanding. But I'm not gonna lie, we've been rocking out with energy. I was looking to get in my other play today. I was looking at to get it today, but I was looking at AEIS, but it's been giving me that sucker created that pin bar. That sucker there, bro. So anyway, SNDK Light, CIEN, WDC, GLW, TER has been a sleeper, STX has been my baby, VRT, BE, and EQNR. I never looked at that one. EQNR? That must be in Canada or something. Okay. Okay, I see you. Telling y'all, that energy is the wave, y'all. That energy is the wave. Anyway, let's go a little further, man. All right, the world's first. Now, this is when I saw this, I really wanted to break this down to y'all. Because a lot of people are looking for like just a chip, like not SMH, but just a a memory ETF? Well, I found one for you. The world's first memory ETF with the ticker symbol DRAM is here. So you get Samsung, SK Hynix, and more included, but you also get WDC, STX, SNDK, and MU as included. So write this, mark it down. Write this, mark it down. I just gave you some game right here. This is one you can look for if you want to get just the memory stocks. If you want to look for just the memory stocks as a play, it's your play right here. Huh? Yep, DRAM. All right, so this one to look at. So here's the breakdown. WDC, Western Digital makes up 4.7%. WDC makes up 4.6%. STX makes up 4.75%. SNDK makes up 4.8%. MU makes up 24%. So that's the driver. That's the driver. Write that down. Write that down. That's one of them ones. Give y'all that right there. All right, let's go. Now I'm going to make a YouTube on it. Trap, I'm trying to join, but it's not letting me click it. Jose, you got the Wall Street bull and you ain't letting it click? Join the Wall Street Trapper. Bitch.
Showing the Wall Street Trapper. Patreon.
Nikki, what's up, family? All right, let's go a little further, man.
Charles, what's up, big bro? I'm gonna get straight to the point. We need 2 goals. Try to give us 2 goals. One goal being a savings goal. How much money do we need to put up before trying to play with options? Rather that being a VOO, a high yield saving account, whatever. I already got my own savings. I already got my own goal. But you give me a number, you give me a goal, you give me something else, check off the list, I'm gonna go get it for sure. So question number 2, same thing. We need a goal, a number. We need a number to hit so I can take that money, put it into the option account, a lump sum, and then with that option account, I'm gonna use only the players you put in the Patreon. It's damn garbage truck, man. I'm gonna use only the players you put in the Patreon, and use the proper risk management instruction that you gave me from the last questions in the last episodes. Appreciate the salute. Appreciate everything y'all do. We travel.
We see you, bro. I think the number more so for your savings account more so depends on your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a different lifestyle. And so that's what the number gonna be on. What I would say is, like, if for me, I use, let's say the crazy part is the bull is actually singing the song. Jose put a lot of thought into that, y'all. I think that, one, it just depends on what your lifestyle is and what do you need on a daily. Somebody can say, $5,000. Say $5,000, that's a good number. Somebody might say 10 grand. I'll just say it matters about the number that you need. And remember, your savings account should be, I look at it as like emergency, right? So think about this. What type of, and I know it's hard to say, but if you looked at your lifestyle, what do you think an average emergency will cost? Right? So that's how you create it. Like, what do you think? And like some people say, 30 days worth of bills. Some people say 6 months worth of bills. I always thought the 6-month number was crazy. Because if I'm, how the hell I'm gonna save up for 6 months worth of, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what you think I got going on? Nigga, 6 months, nigga, we making, yeah, what you saying? What you think I got going on? That takes 6 years. Which 6 months worth of living expenses. You think I had it like that? Nigga, I wouldn't. What are you talking about? Yeah, save 6 months of living expenses. What do you think what we got going on over here? So I never really agree with that. Cause I never, like, bruh, if I had 6 months worth of living expenses to save, I wouldn't be trapping. So I never agree with that. Man, you gonna put 6 months to live. Bro, what kind of life you think we got going on? That we just got 6 months worth of living expenses to just be sitting there not touching. I never agree with it, bro. Like, if I gotta wait 6 months, bro, I ain't doing nothing. I can't do nothing. You know, I'm not gonna take me for 6 months worth of living expense. You talk about light, water, gas, rent, insurance, cell phone, cable. You want me to just stack that for 6 months? What you think we doing over here? Yeah, this is why I'm trapping. What are you talking about? Because you told me 6 months worth of living. What are you doing? So I never agree with that. Now, what I will say is, you know, you start with what you can and you consistently add to it. You know what I'm saying? So again, for some people it's $1,000. For some people it's $2,000. I truly think it just depends on what your lifestyle look like. You know what I'm saying? And so I'll be wrong if I try to give you a number, SB. I ain't even gonna lie. I'll be wrong if I try to give you a number. You know what I'm saying? I would say look at what it costs you to live for a month, and then say, all right, like for me, I'll give you an example. For me, an emergency in my life probably gonna cost somewhere around 10, 15 grand. That's probably an emergency because it's gonna be something in my house, something in this building. So it's come about 10, 15 grand somewhere, give or take. Somebody gonna need 10, 15 grand for me to get out of a situation. So without it altering what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? So you got to ask yourself, what if you get 2 emergencies back to back? Because y'all know how I go when it rain, it pour. All right, so I will always say, put enough for like a double emergency. That's what I always like. If I got enough for 2 things that happen to me, like, all right, without me panicking or stressing, I'm all right. Just like I always tell people, if you want to quit your job to trade, make your salary times 2.5. Then you can think about it. That's what I told Double R. I say, you need to make your salary, whatever your salary is, make that 2.5. So if you make 100, you know what you need. You make 60, you need to make your salary 2.5 years because you got to account for the money you're going to lose. And then you got to account for taxes. So I always tell everybody, like, Trap, what I need to be a full-time trader. You need to really make your salary 2.5 times. If you can't do that, stay your ass at them people's job. Stop being in the rush to get off the job because you want to be free. And I'm honest with you. I went on a whole rant last week about this. You just don't want to be on the people's job because you don't want nobody to tell you what to do. That don't mean you don't supposed to be on the people's job, because if you're on the people's job, you ain't got no discipline. Now you're on the people's job, now you getting up at 10 o'clock. You're going to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. You're out all night. You're on the phone, you're texting, you're scrolling. You ain't got no discipline yet. Chill the hell out. Stop letting Instagram rush your ass into a financial suicide mission. Because that's all they doing. They rushing your ass to this financial suicide mission because you think it's sweet over here and not realizing you got a lunatic in office. And everything you do gonna affect everything you got going on. But I'm gonna do this on social media. Guess what? Algorithms change every day. We rocked last week, ain't rocking this week. We rocked last month, ain't rocking. We just was sitting out talking about, you go on Google, YouTube now, they used to show 2 pages of long form content. Guess what they're showing now? 6 rows of short form content. Guess why? Because short form content don't pay that much on YouTube. And they still getting the same watch out. So now they smothering the long form to push that, y'all. And how do we know that? I was like, dog, our views is down bad. Our views is down a lot. Then I thought it was me. I'm like, damn, we got to tweak the form. Mr. Beast done lost half of his views. He went from 200 million to 70 or 80 million. Now, that's still a lot, but imagine when you was doing 200 million views of a video and now you're doing 80. Because they smothering it because they want, and you can't be mad at it because it's their platform and they doing what works for them.
And speaking of that, as soon as we leave off of this show, we got a new drop on the personal page. I'm dropping in the chat right now.
There you go.
New YouTube drop.
There you go.
Let's get it.
There you go. We dropping a new YouTube as soon as this one over. And we just like, I just told Jose, we gonna try, I told Jose and Steve, you can try to drop a video every day then. I'm gonna just keep dropping. Be a part of the algorithm. The algorithm is gonna catch at some point. So let's go a little further, man.
America's blue-collar worker shortage is getting worse, and Lowe's is investing $250 million to close the gap. The shortage of skilled trade workers is everywhere, from electricians to plumbers and carpenters. The Associated Builders and Contractors estimates that about 350,000 net new workers are needed in construction services alone to meet the demand. Next year, that number is expected to grow to about 450,000. I spoke to Lowe's CEO Marvin Ellison. He told me while he's personally bullish about artificial intelligence, ultimately it can't fix this workplace shortage because AI can't climb a ladder, it can't replace your furnace filter, and it can't repair a hole in your roof. The home improvement giant has previously invested $50 million in the skilled trades world, but because the worker shortage is only getting worse, it's amped its investment to $250 million, a 5 times increase. The investment seeks to train 250,000 students by 2035, providing funding to nonprofits and community colleges across the country. These schools will teach training in skills like carpentry, electrical work, and plumbing. For the Lowe's CEO, this issue is personal. One of his brothers went to vocational school and became a welder, and he told me that we need to do a better job of presenting skilled trades as rewarding viable careers, not just backup plans.
I love it. Shout out to the welders. I was a welder. Shout out to the welders. Shout out to the plumbers. Shout out to the electricians. They're not putting y'all out of work. Let's go. Oh, man, somebody came and said, Trap, as a Navy veteran, I just want to say that the captain always goes down with the ship. That's love. Bury me with the ship, cuz. Bury me with the ship, cuz. Man, I'm gone. Bury me with the ship, cuz. C. Jones, we appreciate the super chat, man. Our industry will have to boom. If only you knew how bad infrastructure in this country is. A lot of neglect going on. I know that for a fact, Shazam. Darius is a pipe welder here. I wasn't a pipe welder, but I was a structural welder. I never got to pipe, huh? Oh, heat on. Them boys had to lay. Them boys got to clean. Them boys. Pipe welders are the only people that come to work clean and leave clean. You hear me? And probably make the most money next to the electrician. You know what I'm saying? The pipe welder come, you got somebody to fit it for you. Got somebody to clean it for you. And you can say, hey, I don't like that. I don't like that. Do that over. Clean that again. And them boys just come in with their little shit so quiet and I used to love to see them pipe welders. Well, I used to be mad at them niggas. They was too good. They knew they was good, too. They knew they was good. They knew they was sweet. They knew they walk on the job. You ain't telling the pipe welders nothing. They kind of got a different kind of, pipe, soft ass there. Well, soft ass there. You just mad. I'm hanging upside down.
All right, you inside.
Sideways. I got a sledgehammer. I got a... Even if you're a regular welder, they don't care. Man, get over there, man. I got sparks flying on me. I'm burning myself. Holes all holy. Dude, look at him. He all nice and clean. You got a little blanket.
And he inside.
Got a little blanket. They be building tents for them. Yeah, they build tents for them and everything, bro. Oh, them boy got it sweet. The boys got it sweet. Them boys be having little tents get built up for them. Nobody ain't rushing them. All the boys be there with their little violin music playing. Huh? Well, maybe stop. I shut it down. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't envy nobody. I used to curse the crane operator out. Man, shut up, man. Pull them goddamn levers, man. Shut up. Me and the crane operator go back all day. Them pipe welders, you can't tell them jokers nothing. Them suckers will shut the whole job down. You can't tell them. I'm telling you. Now you get mad at the crane operator because he in the AC. He in the AC, man. Shut up. Blow that damn horn. I told George I want to go back for a week, you heard me? I want to find a job to go to for a week. I want to wear my GoPro. I want to go do iron work for 1 week and then put it on the show. But they ain't going to know I got the GoPro on. I can do my meta glasses on my DJI. Hey, man. I want to go for a week, man. I know I can. I think I can hang out for 1 week as an iron worker again, dog. I got it in me, dog. And I'm going to donate the check. I want to do it for 2 weeks and then donate the check to somebody, bro. Because, you get that first week and then that. I want to do it and I want to just donate. I just want to catch the footage and I want to watch. And I'm not going to defend it. So I want everybody on Instagram to tell me how I went broke, I fell off, I'm back iron working again. They going, once multi-billionaire, Wallstreet Trappin is back working power plants. Lost of one. I guess he couldn't shake back from that 1.5. This why I don't be following them influencers. They be lying to y'all. Yeah. I guess the courses ain't selling now. You back on the plant.
He was buying AI, now he building the infrastructure.
Mm-hmm. You really building infrastructure, huh? Where them NVIDIA shares at now? Oh, I ain't gonna... they gonna jump to conclusions early, fast. And I'm a feed it. Hey, I'm clocking in, you heard me? First day on the job,
got my
y'all.
lunch box.
Lunch break, y'all. I'm gonna feed it. I'm gonna be on the shade. I go viral for sure then. Oh, man. I go viral for sure like that. I ain't cutting my beard, cuz. Sure. I guess the baking soda ain't work for him. Oh, man. They go, he a scammer. I told y'all about them scammers. They gonna slaughter him. I'm gonna do it for 2 weeks. I'm not gonna justify it or nothing. Every day, getting up, man. I'm gonna do a whole get ready with me. Get ready with me as I go work on this power plant. Get ready with me as I drive.
George is singing the theme song. It's the Wall Street Trapper.
Yeah.
Welder.
Yeah. Welder. Come join my welding community. Yeah. They gonna smash me, but I'm gonna find a job, bro, for 2 weeks, bro. 2 weeks, bro. I'm gonna cancel Trappin Tuesday for 2 weeks and everything. Oh, I'm gonna do Trappin Tuesday with my welding stuff on. Oh, man, fresh day off of work, y'all. Tired, y'all. Man. Here's me on the job, y'all. Yeah, that'll be dope. Anyway, let's go, man. All right, Jay Powell, there is zero. We did that one already. There's zero net jobs in the private sector. Let's go.
But the thing that I think good number of people on the committee are concerned about is just the very, very low level of job creation. If you adjust what has been the trend job creation over the past, let's say, 6 months, if you adjust that for what we think, our staff thinks, is the overstatement due to overcounting, effectively there's zero net job creation in the private sector. But actually that looks like that's about what the economy needs in terms of dealing with very, very low, non-existent really, growth in the labor force, which of course we've never had in our history. So you've got a sort of a zero employment growth equilibrium. Now that's balance, okay, but I would say it does have a feel of downside risk, and it's not kind of a really comfortable balance. So,
bruh, I just made a post yesterday and said You gotta watch when he got the purple tie on. On the post I made yesterday in the chat, I said when he got the purple tie on, that boy got the purple tie on. Bro, I be paying attention, bro. Man, they sleep on me, man. Anyway, net zero jobs is not good. Somebody said, Trap, if you go back to work, people gonna sue you. Bro, that's crazy. He said they gonna sue you. Like, nah, bro, you gotta sue you, bro. That's crazy. Anyway, yeah. All right, let's go a little further, man. Let's go a little further. What we got? All right, the cost of raising a child has increased over 30% over the last few years. Let's go.
It's expensive to raise a child.
How expensive,
It's
Ainsley?
gone up 30%, actually, nearly 30% over the past 3 years. It costs more than $300,000 to raise a child in the United States nowadays.
So apparently, it's all about where you live. And the most expensive places are Hawaii, Maryland, and Massachusetts. Of course, the South, you get a break. $17,000 in Mississippi, Alabama, $18,000 in South Dakota, $18,000.
So that's over the course of 18 years,
Correct.
right?
For the first 5 years.
Right, but since 2023, they say the cost of raising a kid is up 27%. So just so you know, just keep track. They will pay you back. Right? If you just keep that invoice.
Do y'all
you
think
just
that most of
invoice
this,
them.
though, is coming from the child care costs that is
Let me
impacting?
think. Gosh, everything is so expensive. And what happens when you have a child is no longer you buying things for yourself.
Right.
Everything goes to that child, and you think about them constantly.
Bro, cost of raising a child has increased to 30%, bro. Well, you got to think about it, too, though. Everything is up. I still want 2 more kids. Bro, I saw this thing the other day on Instagram, bro. This dude, I watched his page. I studied his page.
He was throwing them in the water?
Oh, bro. That is the funnest page in the world to me, bro. He be taking his kids and he throw the WWE. Bro, I will go on his page for at least like 30 minutes, bro. He had the pool full of, but he do with all kind of stuff. Bro, and they just make me say like, bro, like, I really won't have a little boy, dog. I'm gonna punish that boy. Man, that boy gonna catch hell out of me. I'm talking about, we gonna have fun though. I'm choke slamming that boy and everything. I'm power driving that boy. I'm DDTing that boy. I'm killing that boy, son. I can't do that with my daughter, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? You be like, come here, Stank. I'm be out my face, man.
You can't mush her.
I can't mush her. Like, I do that to my daughter. She be like, Daddy. I be like, my bad, bro. My bad. Man. Like, my son, boy, get out of here. I be clipping him from the back and everything. Ah, shut up. Shut up. That's what's wrong. You ain't paying attention to nothing. I swear, my son gonna catch hell. God, just give me one of them. You hear me? Give me a son. I want 2 more kids. One of them gotta be a boy. I'm gonna blues that dude. I can see my son saying, bro, you play too much. Like, damn, bro, you always playing, man. Shut up, man. Shut up. I'm not lying, dog. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm trying to tell you, son. Like, man, you play too, why you playing all the time? Like, man, shut up, bro. What? You ain't even doing nothing. What you doing with your life? Anyway, let's go a little further, man. Be careful, man. Like, listen. Have them kids, man. Have them kids. Man.
Wait, be careful and then have them kids.
Huh?
You said be careful and...
Well, you gotta be careful who you have kids with.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta make sure, like, y'all actually like each other.
Hey, that 36 a year per child is real in Maryland, bro.
So make sure, I don't have no problem. I'm all right. So you want to make sure that you But then also, more than anything, somebody who gonna be in the fight with you. Like, even if y'all ain't together, if something happened, like, they in the fight with you. Like, you ain't just like, damn, I'm raising this baby by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wanna make sure you with somebody that, you know what I'm saying? That's all I would say. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's get it. J-Bo, what's up? The alligator queen herself. Somebody said, can we get some church up in here? All right, Trap, first, thanks for all you do. We love you. Second, my niece's mother just opened a custodial account for her. I have a list of stocks to review with her. But if you had to pick 5 runners to invest for a youngin', what would they be? Top 5. That's such a good question, J-Bo. All right, so if I had to go right now 5, I would go all growth, no ETF. I would go real talk. I would go. Nope, I wouldn't do. I would go Nvidia. I would go Nvidia. I would go Nvidia, Google for sure. I would go Nvidia, Google. One of those energy stocks, GEV, AEIS, VRT, one of them. I would go memory, one of them. And I would go one industrial stock. Yep. Nope. I wouldn't go no dividends. That's a baby. I'm going all growth, and if they get something that's cool, she's saying 5. My top 5, I'm going crazy growth. I'm going insane growth. I'm not going Eli Lilly. I'm not going Exxon. I'm going all growth. All growth. No Visa. Trap, why no ETF? Because it's a child. I don't got to play it safe. I don't think you got to play it safe with a child that just got a custodial account. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't go nothing. Yeah, I would go one industrial stock, so Fastenal, waste management, you know, something like that, an industrial space, you know, Caterpillar, something like that. But everything else, I would go growth. Growth. They young. They got my daughter account don't got nothing safe in it. Everything on her account is where the growth at in the future. Why am I trying to play it safe for a child? They got time to go through 2 more recessions, A-net, yep. They got time to go through recessions and shake back out and everything, man. I'm not going safe for no child. I'm going growth. I'm going to find where the growth at, but I will go growth with good balance sheets. I will go growth with good balance sheets. Somebody said Wallstreet Trappin exposed working at Walmart. That would be crazy. But I wouldn't do Walmart. I would do like a power plant or something. Somewhere it's construction. But yeah, Jay, that's what I would do. I would do 4 growth stocks, 1 industrial stock that has growth, and that's I'm locking it. I'm going Nvidia because you can't go wrong with them. Nvidia and Google, because we see now that Palantir, that we seeing now that is not going, and we seeing that not Palantir, what's the other one name? OpenAI is not putting search out of business. So I'm going Google, Nvidia, finding somewhere energy because AI needs energy. And then, yeah, that's what I would do, Jay. That's definitely what I would do. No, I'm not going gold because POWL, yep, that's a good one too. Yep. We supposed to trade POWL a while back. But I'm not going gold. I just say what I'm going. I'm going technology and one industrial. Why? Because that's the way the world headed. We here. Why would I go anywhere else? I'm not going gold. I'm not going Visa. I'm not going none of that. I'm going what's leading the wave. Because we just not got here. So why am I playing it safe for a kid? That's where I'm going. Let's go a little further.
Before that, Kelvin said the S&P hit 7K overnight trading.
That's the futures, though. That don't matter.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I didn't know if you hit as
That
far
don't
as on
matter
that.
for us.
But for those who were wondering, yeah, he said 7,000. That was back
that's
for
the
episode
futures.
168.
That could change. That could change. That's the futures market.
All right, bet.
But we want to see what that. We want to see what that. Boy, I had to crack my back just now. Huh? But I gotta call up. Gotta see what she doing. I need her.
Stretch me out.
What? Nigga. All right, the battle for financial service clients. So Webull, eToro, Robinhood, Stash, and Acorns. Let's go.
Retail trading apps like Robinhood and eToro are trying to go upscale. These platforms gained traction in the pandemic-era meme stock boom by offering customers easy, relatively low-cost access to markets. Now, they're feeling the need to target high earners and spenders. It's all a part of a strategy to keep clients from moving on from these relatively upstart apps to bigger, more established competitors on Wall Street. The push involves offering premium products like platinum credit cards, concierge services, access to airport lounges, and invites to elite events.
This is the most secure credit card on the market. Your number is not on it.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that is legit.
Some customers say they like these new features and that they're more likely to keep using the apps instead of moving on.
I think that the premium services are not really at odds with the original mission of Robinhood. I think that every business has to grow in some way, and this is their way of growing.
So I think it's a win-win scenario, and I think overall it's really a good thing, again, as I said, for the industry, but most importantly for us as investors, because we have the options to choose which platform we're going to go with and put our money and maximize our money with them long term.
This new demographic of customers trusts apps like Robinhood and eToro with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars over the long haul. But there are risks to this strategy. On one hand, it puts once scrappy, relatively upstart companies in direct competition with bigger competitors who have been serving the rich for centuries. On another, the elite messaging may alienate some original users who join the platforms because they liked the anti-establishment messaging. Time will tell if this new playbook wins out. In the meantime, expect the intense competition for financial services clients to continue.
Hey, bruh. Jose, what our call for the year was? Sure. And we called that when? January.
Yeah, episode 168.
What we said for the year? We said we're gonna hit what?
7,000.
Say, bro, we been doing our thing, dog. Man, niggas be hating, dog. Let me tell y'all something. Last week we had a $215,000 day. Today we had a $165,000 day. Let that sink in. It's not about the money that I'm saying. I'm saying what happens when you play the game long enough to where you can have them days. Don't never think that ain't no kind of day you can't have. I ain't doing nothing none of y'all ain't doing. I'm telling you this, and a majority of y'all, and I'm going to say this, smarter than me. Got a GED in prison, man. Y'all smart ass done been to college and everything. Y'all got it. Get on the other side of your field of market. Get on the other side of your field of the market and know this. As long as that machine printing money, you got a shot. So you don't gotta be rushing to make it all now. You don't gotta rush to make it all now. Your goal right now is to learn a system that you can stick to. Somebody the other day said, Trap, bro, I'm day trading, I'm scalping, but I say, no, you don't need to do nothing else then. You don't need to learn swing trade. You don't need to learn options. You don't need to learn leap. You need to focus on, if you're gonna scalp. If you're gonna day trade, master that shit unless you say, hey, you know what? The day trade ain't for me. Then you say, all right, let me go learn this. And stick to that. Bro, like you in the, man, listen. This the game that ain't going nowhere. This the game that ain't going nowhere. So while jobs are disappearing, that's why them people ain't stupid. You know why they off them limits? Because they know what people about to do. People losing jobs. Guess where you going? Predictive markets and trying to learn how to trade. Guess they just trying to double trap you. They ain't stupid. They ain't never did nothing that helped us out. They gonna live. Yeah, we want people to know they understand what's happening. Yep, we about to get. They already know how much money about to come into the market. They got a whole, they like, yep, this many people getting laid off. They probably got about, in the next 3 years, they probably got a good $9 billion about to come into the market. They done already put them numbers together. So you gotta say, hey, check this out, bro. I'm gonna find a system. I'm gonna learn that system. I'm gonna stick with that system. Once you get burnt, you don't supposed to quit the system until you have navigated that system enough to say, you know what, this one ain't for me. That's cool. But bro, they got people making money. Man, a dude hit me on Instagram. He said, man, he was on my YouTube. People be talking stupid on YouTube. He said, oh, you make it sound like it's that simple. It ain't that simple. No, it really is. Learn the market. I'm gonna be real with you. I keep saying the same thing over and over. I'm not changing up what I'm saying. Stick to market structure, use the SMAs, look at your goddamn volume, key levels, you good. You're gonna pick up other stuff as you go. You're gonna start identifying patterns as you go. You're gonna get better at the trend line the more you draw. You're gonna get better at the fib the more you use it. You're gonna get better at identifying key levels the more you start looking at key levels. You're gonna start seeing the cup and handle clearer every time you see a cup and handle, the more you go looking for it. You're gonna start identifying bull flags more, the more you see them. The problem is you ain't sticking with it long enough. You ain't looked at 17 charts a day yet. You ain't looked at 10 charts a day yet. You ain't looked at 6 charts a day yet and did a top-down analysis on each one of them. You probably ain't did one a day yet. You ain't did one chart a day for 30 days. That's why I gave you an analogy last week. There's a man that baked a loaf of bread every day for a year. So, well, we know how many loaves of bread he made. And then there's another man that did 2 loaves a week for a year. Well, we can probably say he's gonna be a little bit better. And then they had a man that did 3 of them a day. You know who's gonna be better? 3 a day. You learning all the ins and outs. I challenge y'all. Man, you do 2, 3 charts a day. Start off. We know why? Start off with 1 a day. Top-down analysis. Start off from the monthly. Monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour. Mark off all your key levels. Go to the hour, see how it's gonna turn in a little bit more. Go to where your liquidity at. Use your fib. You get a little better. Then you go do that until you get it how you want it. And then how you refine it? Well, if you're in the Patreon, look at all the videos we gonna put up. If you're not in the Patreon, I just did it on here. Come to episode freaking 189. Go to my YouTube. I charted. Go look at it. There's other people. You can just consistently do it. There's a book, The Art and Science of Technical Analysis. I love that book. Stop trying to read 50 books. Read one book 10 times. The first time you read it, you underline the key areas that you find out with a pen. The second time you read it, you use a yellow mark, highlighter. The third time you read it, you use an orange highlighter. The fourth time you read it, you use a lime green highlighter. I promise you, every time you read it, you're going to have something else highlighted. The problem is you trying to read 15 books. Read one book at least 5 times. And I promise you're going to see the difference. You're going to see the difference. Every time you read it, damn, I used the pen right there. Damn, I didn't even see this. I used the... That's the equivalent to being in the gym. Every day. 1,000 free throws. Ain't no way you can shoot 1,000 free throws and then 2 years from now you ain't good at free throws. This game is a game changer, y'all. We don't got no other option. And if you put your mind like, this how I'm burning the ship. This me going down with the ship. This what we doing. And if you want a little help, you want a little assistance, I got you. Come get with us. Come get in that charting class. Come get in that freaking trade audit. The trade audit itself is worth more than what it's worth. But if you don't want to get in none of that, cool. Still don't say I can't do it. Find your tribe. That Patreon is about your tribe. You don't got to get in the Patreon then. Go find your freaking tribe. But don't just be out here trying to learn on your own, struggling, taking unnecessary losses when you can just be watching some people like, oh, that's what they're doing. Bet I got it. That's good. They got people in the Patreon right now. He said, say, bro, I paper traded the last 6 trades. And guess what everybody said? Man, that's good right there, dog. Don't use, watch this, don't use what you don't know as an excuse for you not to do it. Because you cannot go through life expecting results for some shit you ain't put the work in. And I'm going to leave it right there. Listen, man, we had an amazing show tonight. Listen, get your merch, get your merch, get your merch. We just dropped the episode. Go to my personal YouTube page. Listen, I don't know why my YouTube page over there struggling, but do me a favor, y'all. Go over there and like a whole bunch of them. Subscribe. Check it out. We dropping some real gems on there, but YouTube just tripping. We ain't tripping. Ain't our algorithm. We can't control it. We can just send our people to it. You know what I'm saying? Also, come join the Patreon. Also, go to Apple, go to Spotify, go to Google Play, go download, because we told Jose we're going to come from under 150. We got to at least get to at least the top 50 by this year, y'all. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you're in the Patreon, if you're in Master the Triple Beam or Execution Lab, we probably going to do our call tomorrow night for the call and for the... Also, if you join the Execution Lab or the Master the Triple, you get 7 days. The first 7 days free. Picture that. You join tonight, you get the call tomorrow. Picture that. All right, I love y'all. I see y'all, man. Salute.